Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What it do? What it do? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let me know if you can hear me so I can say hey to y'all. Let me know if I can. No, I'm waiting for. Okay, let me say hey to y'all. See what's going on. What up, cousin? What it do? Hey, Chi-Town OG. Hey, Mom Life Love. Hey, Chanel Lewis. Who else was? Hey, I am Queen Newton. Hey, Karen J. 1/3 of the KKK. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Granny. Let me see who we got. Hey, Joanne. Mm, do, do, do. Hey, the True. Yes, yes. What y'all doing tonight? I ain't mean to come on, but I had to come on in, talk about these streets. I'm gonna talk about some stuff. Woo! Child, I'm surely glad y'all came on through. Y'all could be anywhere else. So I was listening to um Sylvia's live, right? Which it had a makings of being a good live, which it turned out to be pretty good. But it had a making, of being a good live, right? And but as always, here comes the variables, right? Y'all let me know if y'all saw the live. It was, and I'm getting kind of because if I think it's going to be like I said, I'm not responsible for nobody's live. It does not reflect my opinions, or the opinions of the people that's on there. Only, hey, I'm responsible for what comes out of my mouth, even over here. I'm not responsible for somebody coming over here saying anything because I didn't say it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I did not say it. So I kind of, some. I think I'm gonna start giving that disclaimer, like when I promote someone's live or whatever. I could, it could be somebody live that I really don't fuck with, but if I think if it's a good live or whatever, then yeah, I'll go ahead and promote it, right? That's just how I am, you know. Like I said, it's gonna be something, and this is gonna play into something else I want to talk about. This is not, these are some general topics tonight. I don't have nothing really on RSK. I looked around. Of course, we are still in verdict watch. Oh, well, I can get this a little bit out of the way. Now, I saw some places where it said that the jury is in sequestration. So, and some people still saying it's partial, meaning that they went home. But that's what it usually means, that they went home. So I don't know. I would think that they were in sequestration, but um I don't know. I'm not sure. So but it all depends. But anyway, so oh, hey Lorette, I see you snuck up in here. I'm looking at, hey, Karen Johnson. Oh, 2/3 of the KKK. Um and everybody that's looking in the window. Y'all make sure y'all remember that. I think the last two or three lives, that would be the resources that I will be using for that first giveaway in Club Blue on 10/1. I don't care what day it's on. we're going live on Club Blue, and that would be that giveaway for that's what I will be using for that giveaway. So, well, anyway, so I was listening to the live, right? And whew, I think Dom was up there first, and that's fine because Dom Kane, he has some questions. At least they be thought provoking questions and questions that's going somewhere, what have you. But then we had the head nose of them all, the nigga that I will forever dislike until the end of time. Shit. When I tell you that nigga could never do nothing to make me ever like his ass ever, I don't give a damn. And I always say, even if it's somebody I don't like, I don't fuck with, or whatever. If it's something good about them or what have you, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If it's something true or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and say it or whatever. And so, and I will say some shit that if it's bad or whatever, it could be somebody I'm rocking with, whatever. That's just how it is, right? I'm never gonna be that type of person just because they my friend. I'm gonna agree with everything they do or say. That's stupid. Nor do I want number one to do that for me. That's a little bit of reasons why we have sorry ass people around in this world, right? Because we, whether it be as parents, friends, what have you, and I'm guilty of it too, we condone their bad behavior. We tell them they're right even when they're wrong. We facilitate their shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's so fucked up because they go ahead and act in the behavior in which they're comfortable with and which we allow, and they pass that bad teaching and those bad ideas to other people, their children, whatever, and it just spreads, right? And then now we have a nation of motherfuckers that's doing whatever with fear of any retribution, any retaliation, all kinds of bullshit, right? And it's so fucked up. What it do? So in the building. What it do? What it do? 312. What it do, boss? Anyway, so looking at the damn live, here comes the head nose of it all. Nose so motherfucking big that it can snort up 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even know what kilos of cocaine, how much that would be, but look like his nose could snort it right on up off the goddamn scale. If they still use scale to weigh it out or whatever, I don't know. If they do, I'm not talking from experience, just some shit I've seen on the TV. Okay, here he come with his ignorant ass. I'm talking about DJ Kevin Terrell with his stank ass. He comes up on there, of course, asking some dumbass question. Let me see. I think I wrote it down. Hold on. He said something, and the judge went to talk about a case he had 40 something years ago, and the whole gist of it is he was trying to talk about precedent, right? Which is the legal authority that an attorney will ask the judge to use when making a ruling. They don't have to use it, but I mean that's what he was getting up, trying to. He wasn't explaining that part, but I knew what he was talking about. And that ignorant motherfucker with his ignorant ass gonna tell the judge, talk about, with all due respect, I'm talking about what, something that's occurring today. Cutting the judge off and trying to redirect him in some other on back to his ignorant ass question. Then he had the nerve to ask old dumbass question talking about why so many sidebars. Motherfucker, There ain't no goddamn there's no limitation on no goddamn site. Like, okay, you can only have, there's no maximum, no minimum, none of that kind of bullshit. That's my old stupid ass question. Oh, Lord have mercy. I be so proud of y'all because y'all shit. Y'all don't be his old nothing ass. That nigga ain't worth a motherfucking goddamn piss motherfucking stain on the fucking concrete. He ain't nothing but a low belly ass motherfucking caterpillar. That's what he is. Ain't worth shit. I just wish I could tell him to his fucking face. Ooh, 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 ooh. This dumb motherfucking ass. That's my old stupid ass question. That big old great resource over there, Judge Joe Brown. And I was so fucking embarrassed. Because believe it or not, away from this shit, I do act like I have some sense. I use the correct grammar, okay? Not on no bougie tip and no, none of that. But I don't cut the food, you know what I'm saying? In a professional setting, I do act professional, and that's just what it is. But yeah, he was what it do, Miss April? He was sitting up there trying. Now here's the thing, right? Let me tell y'all a little secret, and I'm gonna tell you this: if you watch the lives of, the people, a lot of the common people around here that's in this sector, whatever, you can contest to this. You When I say these words, you're gonna say, you know what, that's something to think about. This is true. Do you know crazy is hard to contain? It's hard to hide. It's gonna come out. Crazy will come the fuck out. And I'm gonna tell you how you could tell when you know crazy comes out. When you know it's somebody that has a diagnosis or should be diagnosed. When it's unprovoked. When it just comes out of nowhere. When a motherfucker that's spazzing out over something minute or small or nothing at all. You just be looking. You just say, all I said was hello, and they done went crazy. Liars, it's hard to contain that. Because they lie for no reason. Nobody asked them to lie. Nobody even asked them a question to lie. They just volunteer lies. And they go to lying. For no reason at all. Yeah, crazy will come the fuck out. And in the point, yeah, you be looking and they just come on out with it. You be like, that motherfucker is crazy. More specifically, you be like, she crazy than a motherfucker. I don't give a damn. Because I pay you to run up on me. I don't give a shit. But you be watching. Just pay attention. And you know what? I know a lot of these people have private groups and private this, that. I don't have none of that. I'm not a participant in any of that. But I wouldn't mind having getting on a group just to talk about people. Because you know me, I don't talk. The notion that I talk about behind somebody's back is stupid. When you've heard me hit the live button and talk about their ass, I try to talk about them to them directly to them, and then they run online. So now I got to chase their ass online to talk about their ass. I mean, that's how it is right here. This is some punk ass shit right here. But hey, I don't make the rules. I just follow. So, I mean, I would love to have a private goddamn situation in the bedroom when I can tell you, go look at this live. This motherfucker is crazy. And it's embarrassing. right? So when I saw that motherfucking airplane nose land up on Sylvia's live, I was like, I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't even take another breath. I was like, oh no. Like, girl, you need to learn how to ignore the motherfucking thing. I don't do it myself because I don't have stupid motherfuckers like that popping up here. You know, ignorant motherfuckers to that, degree. Disgusting motherfuckers. Always online, pulling, digging, combing, scratching, sniffing, blowing and wearing little outfits and shit like that. I don't have motherfuckers like that popping up on him with that. So I don't have to ignore the doorbell when somebody, comes in. But she's gonna have to learn how to ignore that motherfucking doorbell. I feel like, not on Judge Joe Brown. Huh? I was like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I was so embarrassed. I was about to break out in hives, honey. And I'm like, Don, please save it. Save the life. Somebody do something. So, yeah. Like, ugh. But see, you can't pretend to be intelligent because it's going to come out. That thing say he's smart. That thing has even called me dumb. And I would go head to head on any test. Hell, I can't play basketball worth a shit. But I believe he's an undercover brother. And I believe I could beat him in basketball. Oh, God, that thing now. Ooh, that thing, that baby sends me to the deepest pits of the earth. I'm just saying, I ain't never had used no wasted emotion like hate. Oh, God. Oh, woo. Y'all just don't know. If I wasn't a person like to see things through and I'm not a quitter and stuff, baby, y'all don't know. Sometimes I just be wanting to shut it. That just don't even ever come back on here. But I got you fine people that come on through whatever that. I'm serious. I be wanting to shut it down and start on my motherfucking trip around this goddamn. We'll be knocking on some motherfucking doors and shit. I be having one leg in the car and a slice of ass. Trying to, I be, ooh, child. Anyway, I was so embarrassed. I was. I'm like, oh my God. Please, can somebody ask some questions to circumvent him asking another one? Gosh, child. I cannot, honey. Mm-mm. Good resources, baby. I'd be asking questions like I don't know the answer. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pumping out all kind of um legal questions to that man because he gonna give it to you from a judge's point of view, right? Because the judge can go directly by the law and he can also interpret the law when making decisions and stuff like that. 100% I've been asking some questions, baby. I'll be piping them through. But hey, but shouts out to her for, even getting those resources. But Lord have mercy, honey. You got to come up with that. But I ain't see you there. I ain't see you. Oh, you was waiting backstage. Oh, I ain't see you. My bad. Yeah. I'm like, please. Yeah, and Spin Fire got on and got him on a topic that, he would much rather talk about. But that was crazy. Yes, that was crazy though. I was oh my gosh. That thing. It's like, dude. Stay in your motherfucking place amongst the cockroaches, the frogs, the leatherback lizards, and the dead rats in the streets. Stay there, stinking ass bitch. Anyway, ugh. Woo! Child, that thing now, baby, that thing. I just can't. Mm-mm. Just an ungrateful, and then try to make like then um somebody said talking about they didn't hear somebody about him this drug use when he had done killed that baby, hit that kid, and that girl Sweet TTV said to him on the phone, something she heard about the drugs and this, that, and the third. That if there wasn't no drugs involved, and he wasn't a crackhead at the time, then he should have would have said, "Well, wait a minute, wasn't no drugs involved when he was lying out the rest of the time. Why not straighten that out? Cause you know you had that motherfucking shit in your goddamn fucking system, you goddamn oh but I can't. So let me move on to somebody else. Cause child, I do 2 hours on that thing. So what else? What else? What else? Oh, now this is depending on I don't know how you guys fall on either side or whatever, especially people that may be watching, right? This situation with Angelo and Larry. Now I'm listen, my idea. This is not me getting in nobody's shit because that's not what I do. And I would, and from what I can gather, that's partially the problem. It's motherfuckers that's in the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what have you. But that's not what I do. I'm just talking because it became a part of social media, namely YouTube. He uploaded video. Commentary is meant to be what? Commented on. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna do it in such a way which it does not I do not write a third part in it because it's a two-part motherfucking situation. That's between Larry and goddamn Angelo, right? So Angelo, and wait a minute, let me say this. And that motherfucking goddamn dirt ass DJ has the nerve to even ever talk about somebody's parenting skill, calling somebody else a bum and shit like that. Nigga, your paperwork on your motherfucking life always listed unemployed with your stinking ass, stupid ass bitch. Can't stand that motherfucker, baby. Oh, child. Oh. Anyway, let me. Yeah. Uh, anyway, so here's the thing, right? From what I can gather, and this is what I gather from Angelo's mother, and I'm kind of paraphrasing it. Apparently, he had an issue with Larry because maybe somebody had said something about him to Larry, and then Larry didn't check him or what have you, right? So a lot of that goes on around here, right? I'm gonna tell you why, and that's unfair. Not because I like, of course I'm closer to Larry, right? That's everybody knows that, right? But but I like Angelo as well. I don't agree with nothing both of them have done. So let's put that out. Everything both of them have done. No, I'm not that type of person. Not the type of friend. I'm not that type of person. I do not just because I'm cool with you, down with you. I do not see everything you do is okay, and I don't want nobody in my corner that would do that because that affects my checks and balances in my life, and I need that to continue to grow in a positive way, in a positive manner. So I don't need no. Oh, you did it right. You did when I know I've done it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And my child gets that type of treatment. I don't agree with everything she does. Now nobody ain't gonna, you know, fuck with her or whatever. But I'm the first one in line to get her ass together, to get her straight. And she'll tell you that. The school called me one time on her ass. Once. I didn't go and ask her, say, get on the phone with my friends and my family. Oh, the school messing with my child. This, that. No. I went right, well, when that teacher called me, I'm like, what she do? And that's one time. Shit, you know your damn child. I got a friend right now. I don't know how many times that girl was getting called from that school at least once a month, maybe twice. Then he had been expelled out of 2 or 3 schools. Now his ass was doing a damn bid. You know what I'm saying? And every time you turn around, they messing with him. They messing with him. All of them, every school. The fuck is wrong with you? So, hold on, Robert. So what I'm saying is, so he was saying like somebody was supposed to check somebody. Larry was supposed to check somebody because somebody said something about him or whatever. That's not technically how that go. In my opinion, this is my opinion, okay? And I don't want to hear nothing about no woman stand out, no man shit or whatever, because I'm convinced in my head I'm more man than probably just about everybody on YouTube that's supposed to be a man. I'm just telling you. So I won't hear none of that shit. I ain't got no place to be in, no place I'm supposed to stay in, none of that. That's not how this works. Okay? So I'm gonna tell you. And I'm not speaking for Larry and nobody, but I would just guess, just me talking that Larry probably values the relationships that of other people just like he values that relationship of Angelo. I'm pretty sure if a person said something incorrect about him or whatever, I'm pretty sure Larry would have corrected it or what have you. You know what I'm saying? And if it's somebody's opinion about him, that's just someone's opinion. Larry don't have the responsibility to correct someone's opinion. If someone told Larry, say, yeah, Angelo stole that shit out of Don Russell's car. Well, then Larry probably said, oh, no, he didn't, whatever. And we've heard Larry countless numbers of times take up for Angelo. But he's never um, drug his name through the mud and put his business out there, what have you. None of that. Can't say the same about Angelo. And there wouldn't have been nothing nobody could have said to make me publicly go out and say this, that, that, third, whatever about Larry or somebody that have assisted me getting my child. Like what the fuck? What are you talking about? I mean, that was the whole somebody, a stranger signing on to help you. And I don't know about y'all, but when like I always give y'all that little story about Nia. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all that little story about Nia and when she had Sid Bo, what have you. Shit like that, a little bit of shit like that goes a long way with me. And they would probably have to Nia would probably have to come and beat me up for me to say something bad about her just on for that little bit of um support, or what you want to call it, somebody taking up for you. Let's put it like that, somebody taking up for you. Yeah, shit like that. I value shit like that. What up, Dom Kane? Yeah, I value shit like that. That means a lot to me. Stuff like that means a lot to me. Very small stuff, because of course the big shit gonna, but it's sometimes it's the small things that are it's just, to me, just it's just a gratitude thing. It's just a gratitude. Like, shit. Like, what the fuck could have been said? Well, I don't know what would have been said, but it better be something that is earth shaking, life shattering. For him to be that mad at Larry, or what some people say. And then he said some people that's always in some shit. Well, you should be able to expect that. Not hold that against Larry. Ain't say the motherfucker. I don't know how this works. Like, what are you talking about? You know, this is just me giving my opinion. I'm not, because I want them to get that together, get that straight. Because these two guys have met each other. They've been on a journey with each other. And I think the respect should have been enough to keep it offline. Like, these people bring everything offline, online. And I would love to see people get their ass whooped online. But that's what your ass get. But I'm just saying, you don't hey, Miss April.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey, just 1 minute. So you don't um it's just unfortunate to me for this to take on me, just go on and on and on, especially, when, Larry's away, we don't know what the hell is going on. Like, to me, the person that he should be going back and forth with is the one that's dragging his name, which is DJ for one, and everybody else. I don't know how this works out. It's some fucked up people around here. They don't. I just, I live by a few simple principles. One, don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Don't fuck with me, and I won't fuck with you. Run your life like a business, and some other things. If you do something to me, you can bet you by God you gonna get it. If God don't get you first, karma don't get you. I'm definitely is gonna be in third in line to get you. I'm gonna get you. Now we're gonna be. I'm always be cordial, nice, and cooperative, but keeping in your head. I don't give a damn how, normal I am, appear to be. Just keeping your head. If you fucked with me, I'm going to get you where it matters, and I'm gonna get you good. And hope. And then if I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then after that, I'm gonna still be nice to you and cordial to you, because you got to learn. Don't be a backstabbing motherfucker. Don't fuck with people, and people won't have to fuck with you. It's very simple. I keep it simple. What to do, Miss April?
Girl,
I'm laughing,
I'm
but I'm
rolling
dead
laughing.
ass serious. I'm dead. There
I'm
ain't a
rolling
person.
laughing.
There ain't a
I am
person.
rolling laughing.
There ain't a person that have ever fucked with me in life that I ain't get. When I be grinning to you, hey, how you doing? Give you a ride to work and everything. Now you know I'm gonna get you though. You know I'm gonna get you right. So you might as well do whatever you got to do to me, cause when I deliver that payback on your ass, you're gonna be, somebody give Miss Angie. Somebody know Miss Angie's number. That's how it always happens, Miss April. I'll be like, yes. But like that, and one poor girl, she had called me one day at work. She said, Miss Angie, I just saw you. We were just smiling. You ain't had to do me like that. I said, girl, I told you I was gonna get you. But I thought we was friends. Well, you should have thought about that if you knew how you should have you know how I get down. You know I'm gonna get your motherfucking ass. And you and everybody in your household. I'm gonna get you. It's gonna be fucked up. So get your money right. Miss April. But Miss April, they got to
Yeah,
learn some way. They got to learn to stop fucking with
yeah,
people.
they got to learn.
They have to
Girl,
learn.
I'm over here dying laughing. Now wait a minute. Yeah, I'm OCOB, and I'm a Kill supporter. So y'all need to stop putting all that shit in the chat that y'all putting in the chat. And you know, I just about had a 360-degree turn until Angelo attacked at me. And I flipped around so fast and said, that son of a B sent
Oh
his
no.
daughter. The daughter was on the stand. Oh, girl, I I went right back to my thinking. He need to stop talking because the more he is talking, is making people look at him like you sent your daughter in there. She was on the stand talking about y'all was offering business deals. You need to shut your mouth up so that don't come in people's minds. See, long as you out here dissing other people, they gonna think you dirty. Your daughter was dirty. You bringing this on yourself. So you need to shut your mouth up. You
Right.
need to stop attacking people on their opinion. Because when you do that, you make people think funny of you. They don't
Right.
think highly of you then. They look at you like you was a street nigga, a con artist, pimp your daughter out and everything else. So you need to go somewhere, shut up, and you need to hide. Because half of America, probably 80% of America, don't agree with what you did with sending your daughter there. So you you know, you like to the world's terriblest dad. You made that choice. Don't be mad at everybody else. Be mad at yourself and shut the hell up.
Well, I don't think and this is my opinion. I don't know, but I don't think he sent her in there for any, you know, type of, something to
It
get.
don't matter. The more he
Yeah,
keep
but he
talking
let her go. Yeah,
and
he let her go.
dissing people, the more people are going. He coming with negative stuff, so people gonna think negative about him. He need to
Right.
shut the hell up and go hide somewhere.
Yeah, because it keeps the conflicts in the story going,
Right.
right? And then if you, especially if you are, saying a whole bunch of, it's so, it's so, it's so small. I mean, I'm it. The reason why he's mad at Larry, and I don't know it or whatever, but it better be something more than what somebody he's saying that Larry didn't check somebody when they said something about him. Like what the? I mean, Larry pretty much done checked the whole goddamn world when it came to defending him. I don't know what the fuck else he talking about. What he supposed to do? Like that's crazy. I just don't know, and I hate to see them, you know, like this, and especially like, and it's just all over whatever, because he looks like he's very selfish. Looks like he's very ungrateful. I don't think that's his
He
heart at
needs
all.
to
I
go
really don't.
somewhere and hide and shut his mouth and stop getting mad. You know, people can express their opinion, and you want to act like Larry responsible for that. Like you can't even accept the fact, oh, Larry must have told y'all to say this. Don't you know people got their own minds? You want to blame it on a person? Blame it on yourself. Go somewhere and hide, and people wouldn't be talking about you. He
Right.
needs to hide because
Right.
that stuff that he did to Atmos that day, I made a 360-degree turn and said,
I see that.
you know, fuck them damn Clarys. You know.
Oh
Now,
Lord, I
I
see
could
that.
believe everything, every rumor, everything that was about him, that was said about him. So he need to go somewhere and hide.
And
Sit
and it
down.
really it really trips me out when when he calls Larry a snitch. I'm like, wait a minute now, huh? But isn't that how, huh?
I ain't
I'm like,
heard them. I ain't
what?
heard them mention. I ain't heard them mention Larry's name in the trial. I ain't hear Azriel mention his name in none of her testimonies.
Right,
But you want to blame him because, you know, you want to blame him, which is the
right,
most stupidest, dumbest way of thinking when 80% of America looking at you as the baddest, terriblest parent to
right,
ever walk the earth at this time. And people got their opinion.
right.
They say he should have never sent his daughter after that alone. So you might as well be mad at half of America, be mad at yourself, stop blaming other people because people have opinions. You know, dang, what you want to make it seem like Larry then got everybody to turn against you. No, nigga, folks didn't like you no way.
And I don't know how many times I've heard, what up, killer? I don't know how many times I've heard Larry take up for him and what have. And when it was still a little friction, and when Don Russell accused Angelo of stealing stuff out, stealing whatever out of the car. I mean, Larry brought him on the YouTube that Angelo is now complaining about to, you know, state his case or whatever. So I just, this is, and the reason, I mean, I be wanting to sometimes be like, you know what, if I wasn't, if I wasn't a quitter or whatever, I would just be like, I would never come back on this thing, because it's just the way these people are, and I don't want to run into no more people that I cannot, talk to face to face. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be, doing
Yeah,
their
but
shit and
you know,
talking their shit.
I was
Okay,
even I was even defending the man, saying, people then sent they kids like the Olympics, the gymnast Gabby. You know, she went and lived with white people and they helped her train. That's why they was always talking about her hair. You know, um, cause a white family, I think she had been with them 3 or 4 years. You know, they didn't know how to deal with no
Right.
black hair, but we was so worried about her hair and not the fact that she had won all of the medals. But
Right.
I was defending the man, saying, we don't know what we would do in his shoes. Now,
Right.
fuck it. You shouldn't have never did it, goddamn it. Now go somewhere, hide, and shut up because every time you talk now and you talk about anybody else, I think it's way deeper than what you telling us. I think some shit gonna come out after the trial, and I look at you now as a low down person. I'm sorry, but if you going around disrespecting people because of their opinion, I can't respect you.
And the
So
hell, and I know, trust me, the shit the Clarison went through, with regards to this whole case, whatever. I mean, I couldn't imagine any of any of that. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like he's holding Larry responsible for stuff that didn't come out of Larry's mouth. And I think that's a bit unfair. I can't, just because this. I mean, you have a lot of people have been in a situation where you got two friends that don't like each other, right? And you
mhm,
in the goddamn middle, and
right.
they'll be saying something about the other one. Saying, I mean, you don't supposed to, unless, I mean, depending on the nature of the relationship, you can't value one person, one relationship more than you do another one, and you can't, just because you didn't like what they said about you, you want that person to stop fucking with them. That's crazy. That's not how this works.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was getting ready to make a 360-degree turn. I had even called some folks. And then when he attacked Atlas, I flipped all the way back around. Fuck y'all. You need to go somewhere and hide because you made me angry dissing another man on their opinion. So now I'm thinking everything these people done said about you is the damn truth.
And
Hey,
Okay.
oh, hey,
mean,
Kellen. Yeah,
and I
okay.
what it about? And I am, and I like Angelo. Don't get me wrong. I like Angelo, and I because I saw the videos where he was here and there, whatever, looking for his child. And I don't care if somebody is over 18, they still your adult child. I don't give a damn. I
I
be
think
looking, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's what the issue is. You know what, where people are. It's hard for them to understand that because
Uh,
at the end of the day, that's his daughter.
right.
That's
I
his fucking.
understand that.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm saying in general. I'm just saying in general.
Uh,
At the end of the day, that's his daughter. Now, I disagree on a lot of ways that he respond. I think he's winning right now, and shut the fuck up. But I do understand that that's his daughter, and I'm not in that position, so I don't know how I would react. And until somebody
right.
is in that same position,
Right.
so here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. I'm gonna say it both ways. I'm gonna say it both ways. I believe Angelo is winning right now, especially right now, and should sit back and just chill out. Also,
Exactly.
oh, hold on, wait, hold on. Also, I also believe that the people who have not been in his position and their daughter have not been in his position shouldn't tell him what to do, what not to do. Because there's no rule book of what to do, what not to do when you're in that position. So I think both sides should just chill out, and,
Right.
and, 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 and- because you don't know how you would react if you was in his same exact situation. It's easy now to say you should do this, you should do that, but you're not in his position. You're not
And
in his position.
people, and this is the culture and the environment around here that I've seen. People will always somehow now what we're doing now, right? We are talking right about a matter, giving our opinions or whatever, but we haven't put ourselves in the motherfucking situation. You
Oh,
have a lot of
disclaimer.
people.
This disclaimer. I'm off the cups tonight, so ain't no telling what the fuck gonna come out my mouth. Disclaimer.
Oh
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah,
Lord,
yeah, yeah.
Well, I ain't had no fireball, so I'm
Oh,
all good.
I
no.
don't even
But
know
I
what that
want to say this. I want to say this. Um, I've been in the
It go both
shoes
ways. It
with
go
my
both. It go
sister.
both ways. It go
Let
both
me
ways.
tell you something. I done been in his shoes
You
in
have not
similar
been in his shoes
situations
because you don't
with
have a
my
daughter in his
sister.
situation. You have not been in his shoes because you don't have a daughter in the
I
situation that his daughter
understand
is in.
that, but I had a sister where there was a 14 age difference, and she was like my child daughter. Okay.
mm,
And so I we went through some stuff with her. I done went up in folks' houses with pistols for man. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm talking about. For man,
Right.
I done went up in niggas' houses
There
with
is
pistols.
no rules on what you would do and won't do
Right.
if you in a
It really is.
situation if you in a situation that his daughter is in. I get it. At the same time, I think that at this particular point in time, he's winning and probably should just chill and should just chill right now. You know,
Right.
I
Hey,
will
Karen.
understand that. I
Yeah.
will understand that in the beginning, but right now, I think he should just chill because he's fucking winning. But at the same time, I also understand that I'm not in his position, so I can't really say. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion.
Right.
But
Right.
but I can't say what I wouldn't and wouldn't do if my child was in the situation that his child was in. And that's what people
Right.
don't understand. They quick to
And
say,
I
"Oh, you should do
understand
this and
that
do that,"
too.
but you not unless you was in the exact situation that he was in. Maybe. But if not, it's just an
But
opinion.
Well,
Nothing
yeah,
more,
but
nothing
but
less.
that's just yeah,
right.
but that's in
But
regards to
but at the same time, no, I was not in his shoes. But you also got to respect the people and not get mad at them when they
I'm not.
say they wouldn't have never put themselves in that position and
Okay,
talk about them.
but he did though. Just because you wouldn't do it, just because you do it, don't mean the next person wouldn't. But he
But what
did
I'm
though. Hold,
saying
well,
is,
hold on,
you
Miss April.
still can't get mad at people.
Hold on. Just because you wouldn't do it, don't mean the next person wouldn't. He did.
I understand that.
That doesn't justify what that for his daughter to be treated the way she did. He made some bad
I
decisions. People make
understand all
bad
of that.
decisions all the time. I'm pretty
right,
sure he regretted it. I'm pretty sure he regretted it. But that doesn't justify for that his daughter.
So it's okay if any time somebody says that they wouldn't have never put sent their daughter
It's some
to be
things
with
that
him
you have
and
done
he
in your life
snaps
that I
on
probably
them.
wouldn't done. There's some things that you have done in your life
So
that I
he's
probably
gonna
would. Hold on, Miss April. It's some
Right.
things that
But what I'm
it's some
saying
things
is,
in your
he
life that
can't
I probably
snap
wouldn't have
on
done, and vice
everybody.
versa. And vice versa. We all do things the same. We all do things differently. But at the same time, that doesn't justify his daughter to go through what he did just because he made that decision.
True.
Because
And
R.
it
Kelly,
don't justify right now
he-
for him to get mad and go
I
off on
agree.
people
I
when they
agree with
state
that.
their opinion.
I agree with that part
Okay,
wholeheartedly.
and I'm done, and
I
I'm going to leave chat.
I agree with that part
Okay.
wholeheartedly.
All
You
right,
know, I
Miss
think he
April.
should.
All right.
I don't think he should be going off on every goddamn body, especially females at that.
But
Especially
Yeah.
you, but
females.
I'm, but this is two different situations I'm talking about. I mean, like him responding to, what people say they wouldn't have done and whatever. That's an incident. But I was start off talking about him and the Larry situation. You know what I'm saying? But and and trust me, because it could have easily happened. Like my daughter was involved in AAU for 7 years, right?
Hmm.
Now I was there. You know what I'm saying? But of to like just I was there pretty much every travel game, other than like a couple times when I couldn't have been there. But I so something could have transpired during
Right.
that period. You know what I'm saying? During that point. But the law is very clear. You know what I'm saying? There
Exactly.
aren't supposed to be crimes committed
That
allegedly
part.
committed against anyone, a minor
That part.
or an adult. So,
That
you
part.
can't really use, you know what I'm saying? You
I
can't really use the
I,
fact that
I
the child,
believe
you
I
know,
believe that he thought that, not my he thought in his head, not my child. And he didn't realize who the fuck he was dealing with. He didn't realize who the fuck he was dealing with. He dealing with a motherfucker that has been doing this shit for fucking 30 years. And in his mind, he thought, not my child, and it was his child. And if he was able to do this shit over again, I think he would do it differently. But that doesn't justify his daughter enduring what she had to do, deal with this motherfucking pedophile. I'm sorry, this fucking predator. I'm sorry,
exactly.
this
So,
predator.
but you know what? And a lot of people, when it comes to that particular situation, a lot of people don't look at the fact that, um, uh, uh, they've said it, and I think at some point Ezra have said it that she did not tell her parents what was going on between the two, so they didn't really know that there was a relationship at
From
some
what
point,
I'm
whether she
hearing,
was of age or not. You know what I'm saying? And then
right, right.
you also have to take look at that he did try to go and find his child. I mean, he has videos of that as well, even when she was over, well over 18, um, and some other things, and they called the cops and stuff like that. So it wasn't like he was a neglectful parent,
Well,
and we're
I
gonna
believe
say
R.
she was
Kelly fucked with the
grown.
wrong parents. People don't believe, will never. I believe R. Kelly finally fucked with the wrong parents, and that's, in my opinion, is Angelo and the Savages. Uh, from what I've been hearing and the people I've been talking to, it's more so especially Angelo, him putting his daughter in that position. That's what I mean. That's the issue with him putting his daughter in that position to be taken advantage of. Uh, Hindsight, I don't think he would have done it. It's a lot of variables where I can
Right,
understand why he have done it. Because if you look at his uh, catalog, he the perfect motherfucker
yeah,
for me to send somebody to, regardless if it's my daughter or anybody. It just that shit didn't work out according to how he thought it would.
right.
And I think once it didn't, he did what he had to do to get his daughter out of that situation. But I think the issue is a lot of people have an issue with him because he put his daughter in that position to begin with. I get it. I get that. Me personally, I wouldn't have done that, but I can't. I can't just because I wouldn't do it. I can't. I can't think. I mean, I can't say that the next person wouldn't.
But then a lot of times you also have to look at, is it a situation where they went and they thought, and we don't know what, we didn't get the whole, we didn't get the whole story of what was the nature behind this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? We don't know
I,
what
I look at this
conversations
shit.
he had with the people that was supposed to, being around Ezra. We don't know if he had conversations with those people. We don't know, I mean, they thought, I mean, they were
Me
responsible
personally,
enough to give a note.
I think differently. I don't think like most people. Me
We
personally,
know
and
that.
people
We
people
know
may
that.
disagree with this. Okay, I think his daughter, the situation that he put his daughter in, was supposed to happen because it's always going to be, if this wouldn't happen, that wouldn't happen. If this wouldn't happen, that wouldn't happen. He R. Kelly has been indicted, and when you look at the beginning of how this shit started,
Mm.
as far as the dominoes that was knocked over, the domino effect, it started with the fucking parents. It started with Angelo and Tim, fucking speaking out. So it was, in my opinion, this shit was supposed to happen. This shit was supposed to happen. How, even though how fucked up it was supposed to happen to these daughters, to these parents, because these were the parents that he ended up ultimately fucking with the wrong parents.
And it
And they
caused a
really
lot of.
started all this shit. If it weren't for, like, Tim really started all this shit. He really started
Yeah,
all this shit from going all the way back when he did the fucking conference at the in Atlanta.
yeah,
So I
and
believe nothing happens.
yeah,
Nothing happens. Nothing just happens. Nothing just happened. This shit was supposed to happen. It happened to the right parents because they was able to endure this shit. Any other parents, they probably would be in crazy house somewhere or in jail.
'cause I mean, I told y'all, and my child turned 29 this year. Last year, listen, but I started texting her and call her from 3 o'clock in the evening. A little after 8, I hang out, I messed around, fell asleep. I woke up and seen she hadn't called me back or text me back. I polite, no, I ain't calling no cops, okay? Hey, look here, I got that seal. I ain't called no cops. I called one of them agents. Understand me?
So
I done
check
looked on
this
the
out,
tablet,
Auntie. If this was to happen to you, you brought the motherfucking noon chucks out and goddamn it, all type of shit. You be in jail somewhere.
I don't
This
call
happened to the
I
right
would have
parents.
went and rented a
no.
damn shit,
Everybody can't
a
carry this shit.
forklift.
Everybody can't carry this shit. The shit that happened was supposed to happen to fucking Tim and fucking Angelo. This shit was supposed to happen. And if it
Man,
didn't happen,
Okay. With that being said, like I said, he cannot go around getting mad when people don't agree with them, trying to belittle them. You know,
I agree
you
with that,
belittling people that
especially
don't
now.
agree with you. You're blaming other people. You're blaming other people for other people's opinions. That's
Okay, so I
childish.
agree with you, April, Miss April.
That's
I agree.
childish
I,
behavior.
I agree with you, especially now. But at the same time, I gotta understand. I gotta put myself in his position. And at the end of the day, that's his daughter. That's his daughter.
yeah,
So when it comes to your daughter, you don't fucking follow the rules. Although you should, but when it comes to your daughter, ain't no telling what you would do and what you won't do and how you should act and shouldn't act because it's your daughter. It's your daughter. How you should act and how you ought to act, it fucking doesn't apply. Although it should, but I understand. I understand where he's coming from because that's his fucking daughter.
Yeah.
But I don't understand
Ain't
cursing
no
out
understanding when it comes to
everybody
your daughter.
or being
It's
mad.
a,
I
when it,
mean,
when it,
this is something you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life.
that's true.
Why can't you? And so you're gonna end up with having a damn heart attack, going
Hey,
off on
I'm
people,
surprised he's
getting
not in
your
the crazy
blood
house right
pressure high.
now. I'm surprised he ain't in goddamn
Oh
crazy house
my
right now because I
God.
probably would be. I probably would be. Uh, but at the same time, I understand when it comes to your daughter or your family. Period. Like fucking what you should do, how to do, how to operate. That should go out the window.
Right.
That should go out the window, and people not understanding that. But I agree that he should. Now let me hear me clearly. I agree that he should be chilling out, especially now because he's winning. But at the same time, I understand. I understand where he's coming from because that's his fucking daughter. When it comes to your daughter, your wife, your family, period, there's no rules. Fuck them rules. Fuck what I should do, how I should respond. That don't matter when it comes to your fucking family.
It don't. It really
It
don't.
don't.
There's no.
It don't.
There's no.
Period.
I can't listen. I
But
mean,
but
I
I
think.
but at I see both sides. Like I said, I
Yeah.
think that he should be chilling out and just be quiet. But that shit is hard to fucking do. That's easier said than done.
Well, I ain't seen him really go after like talk about and I haven't been watching. I didn't see him really go after people that have had opinions about what he should have. I was mainly talking about this situation with him and Larry because I hate to see the this
The
this
situation, the situation with him and Larry should have stayed in the background.
right exactly
I think some people got involved in that. Third parties got involved in that and brought it to the forefront.
and they
Brought it to the
bring
forefront.
it
It's
and then
shit that's gonna happen all the times, and some things is just not meant to be in public view.
right, right. Especially when you try, you try to take shit, but people try to do that. I mean, and it happened to me. People try to do that to attack your character.
You wouldn't believe,
Like, huh?
you wouldn't believe how much shit I deal with in the background. You wouldn't believe it.
You know what I'm
You'd be like,
saying? But
what the
then
fuck?
when you follow their ass online, cause you got to get the shit straight online. Then motherfuckers wanna, oh, you the fault. What? No, no, no. We gonna see who gonna be the fault when I get your ass. I mean, shit.
It's
Yeah, you
it's a
gonna go
lot of
around and
shit.
talk about that?
It's a lot of shit dealing with this R. Kelly situation that I
Right.
deal with in the fucking background. And if I brought that shit to the fucking public view, you would be like, God damn.
Why y'all keep
But some
saying Angelo hit the link? I don't see no Angelo in here. Oh no, I'm not gonna be on here no 18 and 44.
drop
Hold
that
on.
link. Drop the link.
I don't see no Angelo in here. That's what I'm saying. I don't see no Angelo in here. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I hate to see that because
I,
because their relationship and the nature of their relationship, it to me is just much deeper than this YouTube shit. This
so
ain't shit. People
you
need to stop
you have shit.
making YouTube the shit. This ain't shit. This ain't nothing.
Angie, this YouTube shit is fucking go crazy. I
Yeah,
beg to differ. I beg to differ.
this shit is crazy.
It's
I'm
fucking
like,
crazy. If I told y'all half the shit that I've dealt with in the fucking background, you would be like, you'll be amazed. You'll
you
be
ain't got
fucking amazed.
hell, the shit the little bit of shit well, see, nobody calls me with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I try to get the shit done. If I got some issues, I try to go behind the scenes doing shit. But motherfuckers, these some punk motherfuckers that like. And if I say when and people gonna start trusting in my descriptions because they be accurate. If I call you a bitch ass nigga, somebody bitch ass nigga, and don't take it back, and I prove myself, or somebody prove it for me. I don't try to convince nobody. If it's a bitch ass nigga, they gonna prove it themselves. Just like bitch ass nigga alert. I'm gonna try to get a button with that.
Oh
You
God.
know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you know what I'm saying? So but and
And
people
you know
run
what?
shit
If
online.
you the prime example, Angie. Like me personally, I told you this shit. Don't hit that link on my ass. Call me, goddammit. If you have any issues
Right.
with me, call me.
Call me. If I
I don't
call
want you
you,
to
I text
publicize
you.
my shit.
Right. What the fuck is wrong with you? You be like, huh?
I know
You know, and
you hit that link on the motherfucking in fucking in the New York Minute.
yeah, cause you
Go
be like,
live.
I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers got a whole goddamn line motherfucking goddamn situation on your ass. I mean, it's like, but
Man,
I guarantee you, when somebody else read these motherfuckers, they're gonna be like, oh, that, oh, they told a lie on her. Cause this don't mean nothing. Let read this. But you know me, trust me, if I got to take my time to find out everybody in your household and your family, I got to locate every motherfucking body. You just best believe everybody's gonna get it.
man.
And so I don't throw in the notion that I talk behind somebody's back. Never that. I will tell you. I'm telling you now. I keep telling you. I'm going. It's going to happen. It doesn't. I don't know what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get it. I mean, that's the only way people learn. Somebody told me people don't get the message until the weapons are drawn. What you want me to do? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's just what it is. I mean, and life will go on, and people learn from it and grow. That's just what it is. But my thing is, and I don't like that this type of situation, that's going on between, because Larry can't be held responsible for what somebody else say about Angelo, or what somebody else think about him. And Larry has
Well,
defended him
I
over
just
and
think the
over again.
situation. Me personally, this is just my opinion. I think the situation with Larry and Angelo should have been handled behind the scenes.
Yes,
I think that was a situation that could have easily been resolved behind the scenes.
that's right, Tears. That's the Virgo way. That's the only way we know how to get down. The
Yeah,
fuck?
Virgos crazy.
Ain't no Virgos crazy, nothing. You just
Y'all
gonna start your shit.
Virgos is fucking crazy.
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
speaking
no.
from experience.
Whatever. They be people be starting shit with you. And you be like, you know, I done all kind of shit on the payback end to people. This, I mean, I done got people out their house. You heard the man say, he talking because people, be calling him to try to get me, they have to call him, a member of my mama's side of the family, or Lil Duval's, Lil Duval saying song, Smile Bitch. His ex
Right.
stepsister try to call her. Can you get Miss Angie off? What you done did? And they know I don't fuck with nobody. And they had said, well, what you did to her? Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Shit, that's just you.
I
No,
just look
that's
at
just
it
what
like
it is.
especially now, like the verdict can be in any
Yeah.
day.
I
This
hate
shit
that.
gonna be over with. Let's talk about the appeal. That's what's for the guy.
Yeah.
We gonna be talking about the appeal next.
Oh Lord. You assuming, see,
Right.
well, I mean, I don't know. I shit.
I know,
And
no,
this is so
not to
crazy.
take away. Point I'm really trying to make is this shit is over. Like, there's no need. I can understand, responding and going, responding off everybody like in the very beginning, maybe midway in. But the verdict finna be in any day now. Motherfuckers finna be mad, and this finna be a I
And you
told you
don't
so moment. This finna be
and
a
you
I
don't
told you so moment.
and when my thing with him, another thing with him, right? It's like you have a lot of these women and supporters, whatever, that have been ride or die with them in the situation or whatever for since whenever. And a lot, and don't get me wrong, there is I can't imagine all the shit they've taken, especially when it comes to somebody
Exactly.
blowing up your house, trying to blow up your
That
car and
part.
all that bullshit.
That part. Been through a
There are
lot.
people,
They've been
yeah, they've
through
been
a
through a lot,
lot.
but there are also people, just regular
And
average
shot at. And
people.
shot at. And shot at.
Wow, that's crazy. But there's average everyday people that have
Right.
done nothing but just, spoke up for them, that have gotten attacked. They've gotten invasion of, their privacy. People fucking with you because motherfuckers is
And,
crazy.
and and
And
that's
it's
why
so
I say I
unfair.
get both sides, and that right there is why I
Yeah.
say I
I be like,
understand.
huh?
I understand Angelo's position.
Right.
Because he's been through a lot. He's been through a man. He's been through a lot, and just the fucking stress behind this shit at that for him and his family. I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of sleepless nights, and motherfuckers don't understand that shit. Like what him and his family had to endure, because I guarantee you, half these motherfuckers couldn't endure the shit that they had to endure
Uh-uh,
if it had
uh-uh.
if it had to be
No, no.
if it was their daughter in that situation. That's a lot. That's a
That's a
lot.
lot to deal with. But
It's been a lot of sleepless nights that him and his family had.
and this is from and I'm a person that don't even have a forgiveness and an apology clause in my regular thing. I just don't believe in all that. But listen, but
So
I'm just like this, huh?
with that with that frustration build up, so I understand his position. I truly do. But I also understand, like, you don't have to fucking. This is we're in the fucking fourth quarter. This shit's about to be over with. You don't really have to respond to everybody.
But I just want him to even try to think about some type of forgiveness or whatever. I mean, if he, I mean, is it that
I,
serious?
I,
Is
I
it
think in
that?
the beginning, I think here's what it is. Like when the shit
I'm
first
talking about
happened,
with Larry and whoever he got beef. That's what I'm talking. I ain't talking
even
about
with
our case.
Larry,
I ain't talking about.
And with anybody else, I think in the beginning, you know, when the shit is fresh, it's easy to, you know, respond to that shit quick. Emotions take over. Uh, had he had wait a little bit, he probably would be like, man, fuck that shit. Got time for that shit. But in the heat of it, in the midst of it, it's so easy for your emotions to be like, man, fuck that. I need to
Yeah,
respond to this
yeah.
shit.
But I mean, it. Can, I mean, my good. Like if somebody, and then you got to wait a shit, right? Like if somebody, I mean, and I'm no, I'm sounding like a hypocrite because the forgiveness shit that ain't even in my head. That I never forgive and forget. That's just out of my.
That,
I don't know what to do about that. But what I'm saying is this: you got people that have went the distance with you in a matter they don't know you from Adam's house cat. They've gotten attacked, not on the scale of you, but they didn't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? This was volunteer and whatever benefit you think somebody gotten, whatever, I guarantee you the goddamn injury was greater, right? The injury was greater. And you can't find like, okay, okay, I'm a forgive even if I might be in the wrong or whatever. This I'm gonna forgive and let that shit go because it ain't that serious. Because look at the bigger
well,
picture. Look at it don't and all of this nonsense and then people get involved, they going at each other and the shit is getting and it's so puzzling to me.
I want to say
Especially
this.
when you see Larry in jail and he can't, ain't like he can go live and respond. You know what I'm saying? Or say whatever and it's
I
stupid. So
want to say
I'm like,
this.
oh my gosh.
I want to
It's
say this. If
yeah.
this shit get back to Angelo, god damn it, don't go live on me. God damn, don't go live on me, motherfucker.
Oh
Shit,
Lord.
don't go live
Oh
on me. Hey, no, shit. I get both sides. God damn it, I get
yeah,
you and I
yeah,
get their side. This is my opinion. I done had
That's
about
my
fucking five
shit.
old fashions.
Nothing to do with. Don't know what you're mad at. I don't know what you're mad
I
at.
done had about I had about four old fashions tonight. So I'm on
What's
off
an
the
old
cuffs.
fashioned?
Old fat. Oh, that's some grown man drink. You probably wouldn't know about that. That's not really a lady
I
drink. That's
don't know
grown
nothing
man
about
drink.
none of that. I don't. An old fashioned. When you said that, I thought about bread. Old fashioned. Old
No, I was
fashioned.
at a wedding. I was at a wedding today, and they had the bar wide open. They had the bar
Really?
wide open. So yeah, I'm nice right now.
Oh Lord. I just really wish she can consider that because these people went like in and went hard and all of that. You know what I'm saying on his behalf, and you
I
can't
will
kind
say
of just
I
a
disagree
little
with him
bit.
going at females, coming at females like that. It's one thing to come at grown men, yeah, okay, but to come, like that with females, come on, man, that's
See,
not
I
right.
didn't hear. I don't know how people be keeping up when the people be going on IG and saying stuff like that. And by the time somebody say, oh, they say it on IG, because I be looking for it on YouTube. I said I ain't seen no Mr. Angelo say none of
Even
that.
if a
And
female did some
let me
shit,
let
like,
me
don't get me wrong. Now, let me say this. Now, females can be shit tough to deal with, but you got to understand. Females they are very emotional. You know, so you got to understand that for what it is, and don't. I wouldn't come at a female the way that he have been. Um,
I see. I didn't see. I always see the like the maybe if somebody say something about it, and I don't even know what he said, or somebody like replying to him or what have you. But I think it's so unfortunate that it has caused up. And then when I heard the video he put up, and I heard that goddamn that other trigger name, that goddamn Sheena, I'm like, God damn it, that leatherback lizard, just
I have talked to some people. I have talked to some people who
oh,
when I've talked to people who have went in on Angelo, and I talked to him, and I saw what it was. I saw what it was, emotional driven, and I told them like, man, you're gonna have to apologize to Angelo. Fuck that, I ain't apologize to that mother. Woo, 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 woo. And then when I saw when I broke it down to exactly what the fuck it was, they were like, damn, I do need to apologize to him.
mm,
But you got to recognize. I recognize that emotion is in the driver's seat. And when emotion is in the driver's seat, you kind of look over a lot of things. There's some things I disagree with him. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot. It's a couple things I disagree with. With him and where he would operate. But that doesn't mean that doesn't justify his daughter to go through what she went through.
right, right. Yeah, allegedly
Me-
it was. Yeah,
That
but
shit ain't legend. Fuck that legend shit.
well, you have to be correct. You have to say
Fuck that
allegedly.
legend shit.
We weren't there, but I'm just I don't know. And people and just say just but it's like okay, well maybe I just maybe I give extra credit for people that's doing shit that they didn't have to do in the first place. I give that type of those type of actions a little extra to it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it comes to it just this is stupid, but like when it comes to Virgos, I usually give them a little extra because I understand how we think or whatever. So I get they can cuss me out maybe one and a half times. I give one now, two, bitch. Now wait a minute. But I'm just saying. But I understand. But when somebody's doing some shit for you that they didn't have to do, I'm a think that you'll maybe be okay. Maybe let them have an opinion or two or whatever about your ass. They didn't have to, run that race with your ass and still be there champion you, even though y'all got a difference or whatever. That's a
Hmm.
lot of shit.
Yeah.
And they getting
I think
blowback
me
and
personally,
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
think
It's just don't
Me
like it.
personally, I think if Angelo just chill out and don't respond right away, ultimately he was like, "Fuck that shit. I ain't even finna respond to that shit." I think it's when the shit is in the heat of the moment
Right.
and he'll respond. But I think if he just just hold off, let that shit marinate a little bit. I think he was like, "Man, I ain't finna respond to that bullshit. Fuck that shit."
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. And then when I forgot what he said, talking about to help that goddamn Sheena. When I heard that, boy, I instantly went to shaking and having a goddamn seizure. I'm like, this motherfucker, this old goddamn
But yeah, I fuck with them, man. I fuck with Angelo. I fuck with him heavy, and
right,
I hate
ugh,
to see him, you know, like that. I
yeah.
understand where it come from. That's why I don't really, you know, it's not me just trying to make an excuse for his actions. I disagree. Let me get this straight. I disagree with a lot of his response. I disagree with that.
I'm
However,
just saying, when we
however,
when it is revealed, it better be something goddamn real serious that will cause him to, to turn. Like it better be somebody better been talked about his mama.
so I
If
mean,
I'm
it's a damn near equivalent though. That's why I understand. It's damn near equivalent to somebody talking about his mom because it's fucking his family. So
no, I'm
that's
talking
why
about why
it's
he
like I
mad
under.
at Larry. Why he mad? Because what he said was
Well,
Larry didn't check somebody for saying something about him. I'm like, well,
well, I think it's a lot deeper than what you understand, Angie.
yeah, it
It's a
gotta
lot
be. And
deeper.
that's what
It
I'm
is.
saying. It
It
better
is.
be equivalent
It is.
to somebody
It's
talking
a
about
lot
his
deeper.
mama.
Okay.
So I'm be like,
It's a lot. Let me say this. It's a lot deeper than what you understand. However, I believe that that shit could have been handled in the fucking background. I don't think it was that serious where you had to. It couldn't have been handled in the background.
right. And then where it had to be put out like this. But Peter,
Right.
no, this was a video that he did. It had some dates in it. I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. He did a video, and then when I was listening to it, I said, "Well, shit, this is not even a new video. This is something like an old video that he done uploaded today." And I really got confused with the dates. I'm like, man, I can't keep up with all this crazy shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what? And then I kept saying, I'm like, but damn, Larry is in jail and he can't,
Well,
he can't
he did say before he
respond.
went to jail, he did a live and said before Larry went to jail, I'm gonna go and address this shit so he have opportunity to respond.
10
However,
months ago,
this is
man,
right
come
before he went to jail. This is right before he went. However, I don't think that should have been done. I think he should have called his ass on the
on.
fucking
Right.
phone because it wasn't that
Oh, look
fucking
at this.
serious.
Oh,
The publicize it. It may have been serious, but not that motherfucking serious where you can handle this shit outside of social media.
but he cannot hold. I mean, I don't have a friend that I know that will hold me responsible for what someone else said, and they didn't feel like I checked them or correct, because that's what he said. And he didn't check them or whatever. What is supposed? And it's supposed whatever the person said about you was correct. What you supposed to say then?
Well,
Now, when that happens,
speaking from
like I got
experience,
two friends, you know what I do? If I know it's correct or whatever, I don't even open my goddamn mouth. I be like, I look straight ahead.
speaking
That
from
don't mean I
experience.
don't I
Now,
can either confirm or deny what the fuck you just said about our partner. But I'm just gonna look straight ahead. I'm not gonna get
I,
into
I,
that,
I,
and you can't
I
expect
don't
me
know.
to.
I don't know. What the fuck transpired between him and Angelo. But
Yeah,
for me, speaking from experience, the shit that I had to go through in the background, shit been petty than a motherfucker. To be honest with you,
it's petty. It's
petty
probably
than
petty.
a motherfucker.
It's probably petty. Right, Peter?
Extremely
It
petty.
threw me off.
Extremely petty.
It
And petty
threw me
shit
off.
will blow the fuck up so quick.
I'm like, I'm like, he's somebody better than I talked about your mama's mama something. For you to come with this shit on, interrupt my goddamn good day with this, because I'm confused. You got all these dates up here. I don't know what the hell you talking about. You ain't saying what was said. So we can be the judge. Is it serious enough for it to have caused some type of, boosh? Like
But
it's him like, huh? And I just
my
wish,
opinion,
he would, you know.
my opinion to Angelo, if you're fucking listening, or if this shit ever get back to you, my opinion, and this is my opinion, nothing more, nothing less, is don't respond to shit right away. And I'm pretty sure after after time go by, you will be like, man, fuck that shit. I ain't finna respond off that
Hmm.
shit.
Hmm.
Just you
And you
just
know
just gotta
that
let a
work.
little bit of time go by. You just gotta let
That
just
work.
a little bit more time go by, and you're gonna come to the realization like, man, ain't
That
worth
work.
responding to that shit.
That
Fuck that
work.
shit.
Cause I wasn't. I don't know if it was you one. I don't know. Somebody had gave me that advice one time I was on the phone with. Cause baby, I was
I tried
keying. I
that
was
shit with
typing
you.
it
I
up.
tried that shit with you, Angie. I tried that shit with you. I forgot what was fucking going on, and I remember I purposely, because you was trying to fucking go live. I remember I purposely stayed on the phone with your ass for damn near 7 hours. It was longer than a motherfucker. And soon as I fucking hung the phone up, your ass went live anyway. Like, god damn. That's soon as I
But
hung
no,
up.
it was in another. No, it was in another situation. I don't know if it was you or somebody. And I had to type the motherfucker stream y'all up. I was, they was like, wait a minute, before no, it wasn't. It was JoJo. And I was, and Kevin, I was like, you right, you right. So I ain't never had done that before. Cause I know me, and it's hard when these people ain't next door or somewhere within a 2 hour driving where you can go and knock on their door, whatever. But it's hard where everybody's everywhere and goddamn UK and all this shit, Africa and all this and shit. You can't get over there. You know what I'm saying? So only thing you can do, they online, they done address your ass online. Goddamn it, let me hit go cuss button. Let me hit the go red go cuss button. But if you do, and that does work, if you do take time to think about it, whatever, then you start thinking,
Yeah.
it ain't really that,
You gonna
that
come to the
bad. You know what I'm
realization
saying?
like, man,
Right,
I got
right,
better things to do.
right. I got better things to do than to address this crazy shit because it's gonna take wings on of its own. But my thing is the person that you should be really, and this just my opinion. Okay, don't do no video on
Disclaimer.
me. But
Disclaimer,
this
no
is my
videos, Angelo.
opinion. Okay, this
No
is my
video.
opinion.
It's
You got
opinions.
okay, you got people that have been really against you. Get talk go off on DJ's ass. Go off on some people that
Oh no,
have,
you can't
what
go
I'm
off a
saying?
DJ. You cannot go off a DJ because if you go off on DJ, that's gonna be about motherfucking 4 weeks worth of commentary for DJ. So you can't do that shit.
Okay, if he needs the cash app to buy more girl like wife beaters. That man with the girliest wife beaters ever. And I'm like, where he get them girl like
That
wife
shit
beaters?
off the top. Ain't no white beat. That's a
Off
halter
the
top.
them girl like wife beaters. I'm like, damn. How the hell
That
you
shit
get that
snap in the middle, Angie. That
from
shit,
the goddamn Goodwill? What is going on?
that
That's
shit
in the
snap in the
girl.
middle. There ain't no goddamn white beater.
Shit. I just we want to go through and throw away all them little tops. He want little tops. Just put
Wow,
all these little
they got a
tops in the
blouse on.
trash. All these little tops. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, damn. It's crazy. It is so goddamn crazy
And I
that
just think that I just
mhm,
think that this side is better than the other side. We don't have to be beef on it. I think we should be able to fucking resolve shit and you know become stronger. No, we don't have to be. And I look at the other side and just see them like fucking going back and forth with each other. You know,
yeah, some
and
weirdo ass
shit,
shit. And
it's
no
not us.
integrity at all. No
It's not
integrity.
us.
You know what I'm saying? No integrity at all.
For what? This
No
don't have to be
integrity.
us. We fucking here for the victims. Like we need to
Wait a
stay
minute, I'm in the
focused.
middle. Well, I ain't on the side. I ain't on the side.
Okay,
Hold on.
in general. In general, I'm talking about Angelo and Team
Oh
Truth
yeah,
and
okay.
Oko. Okay,
Okay.
we here for. We got a common goal. We got a common goal, and we got to realize that even though we have a common goal, we're gonna have some differences. We're gonna bump heads with shit. But that shouldn't take away from the fucking common goal, the primary goal. We're not gonna fucking you honestly believe that we gonna fucking agree with every fucking thing?
Right. There's no way you
Really?
can do that.
Really? But
There's
we
no
do
way
we
you can
can
do that.
agree with more than what we disagree with. I
Right.
guarantee you that. Like our agreements outweigh our disagreements.
Yeah, but it's
But to
just
sit up here and think that you're gonna we have to agree on 100%, that's just unrealistic.
and to upload a video like that, and they saying it's from 10 months. I mean, huh? What is this about? And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, now I knew it was an old video. I didn't know it was that old. But I'm also saying to myself, Larry hasn't said shit, and and we just gonna do the last day that he went live. He ain't say shit about him or nobody from that time, unless he done wrote him a special
And,
letter and said something.
and when Larry went live,
Crazy.
He refused to talk about the shit. He tried to handle the shit in the background. He said he not talk
Okay.
about that shit because
So,
him
okay.
talking about it would put other people in it, and he wasn't
Right.
gonna do that shit.
Right. That really speaks to my point. Like, why are you talking about him when I'm
That's right,
sure I
April.
know he ain't said shit about you in several months. Okay.
That's right. That's right, April. Everybody hit them likes, subscribe, and share
Oh,
right now,
thank you.
right now, right now.
Oh, look at you. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. On them
Man,
customers.
April hit me up early today. April called me early today when I was really fucked up. But
You
I
came through the wind.
I went outside for Miss April. I drank some water, sobered up a little bit just for her.
Oh,
You know,
tears,
we had,
yeah,
we,
yeah. The other, no, the others. That's what I meant. The other side, they don't have integrity, not at all. I mean, I ain't on the side, but when I talk, I'm talking about the pro. Cause a lot of those who don't have a bit of integrity, they will. Oh my God, I be simply like, hey, that's a damn lie. you know, that's a verifiable lie. Yeah, they know 100%, and I stand behind. A lot of them they do not. They be making up shit and all kinds of stuff. Oh, I know that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Mr. Byron and the damn transcripts. Oh, Jesus.
I
Oh,
stopped listening to
surviving
that motherfucker.
transcripts. Oh
I
my
stopped
God.
listening to him. Like I got a text message said, "Oh, you need to listen to this motherfucker." I listened for 5 minutes. I'm like, man, stop listening to this motherfucker. Like this,
Baby, let me
she
tell you.
said. First of all, go ahead.
Okay, so he was, talking or whatever. So he needs to make it clear, because now
Mm-hmm.
they done went and you took what he said as to
That's the
mean
gospel.
that the transcripts, like the transcript shouldn't have been assimilated to, like, the YouTubers. Okay, and again, I
And
have no
he wasn't
idea.
even speaking about that. The crazy
Thank you.
part, he wasn't
They
even talking
turned it
about that.
into that. He was talking about the media access, and the media was getting them for they were sending them for free, whatever. Let me and this is what I'm talking about. The reason why like I said, I don't pick sides. I pick people with common sense and that can think and read and smart or whatever. Those are transcripts. The transcripts that the
Open to the
lawyers
public.
get, the transcripts that the people get, whatever. Do
Open
you
to the
think that
public.
the court reporter is got the motherfucking transcripts on black market and shit, or sending them out to whoever can pay for them? Oh, hey, I
Man,
got the transcripts. I got them
as,
transcripts for you.
as, as soon as they redact that shit, that motherfucker's out to whoever want it.
Right, and it's not like an illegal. They're making it seem like it's illegal for the people to have the fucking transcript. I can't believe this. People act like they've never been in court before.
You know what it
Like,
is?
what
I
are you
think this is
talking
the
about?
first time. Here's what it is, Andy. This is the first time that a lot of people are experiencing like
Oh,
trial. They experiencing trial and they don't understand fully like how the shit works.
well, who would think that the transcripts would be out? The court reporter is in there. Got the trick. I got the transcripts for you. I got the transcript. 350, 400. You're our best offer. I got the. No, she ain't doing that. He or she or whoever's doing that. No, it's a. I mean, it is. Um, it has been okay to go out or what have you. Like, are you crazy? Now is they making it a crime? They weren't supposed to get the transcript. They was over there reading them transcript. They weren't supposed to. That's not what he said. That's not
He's
what he
saying they was
said.
cherry picking.
Huh?
He's saying that
Right.
the media was had access to the transcripts before everybody else, which is not true. They went through back door. They backdoored or some shit to get the transcripts before everybody else, which is not true.
Right. Right. The media, whatever contract or whatever negotiation with the media, if I'm not mistaken, they supposed to get them free or at a very low cost or something like that. But if I'm not, I think it's through FOI or something like that. They're supposed to get those things free. I've never been on a high profile case, so I don't know. But I'm just saying I mean, they're not doing nothing sinister with the transcript, but people on YouTube are so eager to get another person and another person they don't like in trouble or another side in trouble, whatever. They'll take anything. That man ain't say nothing like that. He was only speaking about the media and the unfair treatment with regards to the information, and then that was including the transcript. That is it. I was like, oh my God. I just be throwing my hands. I was like, oh Jesus. I'm like, now I'm like, Larry, I'm gonna kill you. I knew I shouldn't have got no goddamn YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I'll be feeling pressure to go live now. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm not a person that starts something and not finish it or whatever, not see it through. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, but that just listen to that craziness just got on my nerve. They trying to make a big goddamn ordeal about that. Like, listen,
So
that man
I
didn't
think
say that.
what he was trying to say is that the jury was going to be tainted because of that. But the fucking jury is sequestered. So it's like a moot point.
Now, listen, okay. So so you heard the same thing I heard. I heard them say that this jury was sequestered. But you got a lot of people saying that they sent the jury home.
Partially sequestered.
So, but for the weekend, are they home or are they sequestered?
They was going
Because
home every day. They was going home every day.
yeah, but usually if it's if being sequestered is, if they were
Partially.
piracy or whatever,
Partially. Partially.
if it's a weekend deliberation, in a high profile case or somewhere where the jury sequestration is a an issue, not a bad or good issue. They something usually they have them sequestered on the weekends. So that's why I heard B and C say that they were sequestered this weekend. But I've heard people on YouTube say that they went home. But
Um
B and C said that they were
so well
sequestered.
I heard that they wasn't deliberating on the weekend. So does that mean they went home?
What it do to even if they weren't were told not to deliberate, they would have probably been sequestered because the
Okay.
thing is they want them not to have any access to the media and your friends and
This,
all that stuff,
this
Yeah.
is what people don't realize. Like this is not their first high profile case. They know what the fuck to do, what not to do, and they have backup jurors just in case some shit happen that shouldn't happen.
Right, but B and C, and I don't, Lorette, partially sequestered means that, it's always up to the judge, but 9 out of 10, I hate to speak in absolutes, but 9 out of 10 times mean that they can go home, but they still are given the instructions not to listen to the news or whatever, not to talk to nobody about the case and all that, all those instructions. That just mean that they are able to go home, not to work though, but to go home. No, normally not to work. But yeah, but BNC said that they were sequestered, which makes absolutely good sense. You got a Friday deliberation. You're going over the weekend. That's normally how it's done. But you got people on the YouTube now, and they saying that the people went home, and see
Well,
that's why it's also
I would have
important.
to look at
Yeah,
what happened because I know that I forgot what they call it when when you order food and lodging and all that shit.
yeah,
I would have to look at that and see what happens.
right. And that's why it's, and like a lot of that those motions and stuff and the rebuttals and stuff came through, that was in under seal or whatever, came through in Pacer, that was dated like on 9/21 and 9/22. That's why it was so important. Of course, the transcripts are important and the media updates, but those people that's in the courtroom taking notes, they are important too, because she is addressing a lot of that stuff in the courtroom. And reason being, one is because this is going on now, and did they need that answer now?
But check
But
this
if
out
they're
though.
not taking a note, huh?
Check this out. Wouldn't that work both ways? Let's say they're at home on fucking YouTube right now. Who's to say they're not listening to Sylvia?
That's why they're supposed to be sequestered. That's why it makes sense
Right,
for
right,
them
right,
to be
right. I understand
sequestered.
that. I'm
Yeah,
just saying. I'm just saying that hypothetically, if they wasn't sequestered and they're at home right now listening YouTube and social media, who's to say they not listening to fucking Sylvia and getting swayed by her what she's saying?
right, right, right,
That shit
right,
work both ways. I
right.
mean,
So
if you
that's
go
why it
on
makes,
social media, it's gonna 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a R. Kelly supporter. It's not that many non-supporters on social media that speak out against him. There's way more that support him
right,
on social media.
right. So that's why it just makes
So that shit work in their goddamn favor.
right, but it just makes absolutely positive sense for them to be sequestered. So I'm thinking the BNC is, I'm thinking that they probably, are sequestered somewhere. But what I'm saying is,
I
if,
heard they was. I heard
yeah,
they
if
was.
they are, if, like when they in there taking those notes, and that's why I be wanting to, I have to be, daily updates. But if they can get it like from when the judge starts speaking, not when the people take the stand. I need it from when the judge starts speaking, because she be addressing that stuff. Now, I was looking at pace. I was like, this shit was dated. Damn, we lost Robert. Dated on 9/21, 9/22, and I don't know what her ruling was on it. You know what I'm saying? This is in regards to testimony and all of this, that, and the third, whatever. Hell, I don't know if she let it in or not. The zip, what else? There's prior statements and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm lost. I was like, damn, I need that stuff. It's important because, as you see, these people want amendments to the goddamn jury charge, which I pretty much thought that she wouldn't allow too much of a drastic change, because therefore that there'll be a a contradiction to the indictment, which you technically not supposed to do that, because you can have somebody getting indicted illegally or wrongfully. You know what I'm saying? Because the the elements will not be the same. So, we need all of that. We need all of it. All of it. I mean, shit. So, we need all of that information. Do I need to drop the link again? Let me drop that link again because Robert bounced off. Let me check Pacer real quick, y'all. Let me see if anything that came through. Maybe she put a ruling in there. But see, we could not see her ruling until like next week or something. Because now she's not in no rush to put it through. You know what I'm saying? Because she addressed it in court. The media don't tell you shit from the top of the day. Like, what the fuck? Ah, I'm not on the screen, y'all. So wait a minute. Let me see if I see anything in Pacer. Let me see. Nope, I don't see anything. Let me look on the I see something. I'm not on the screen, y'all. Let me see if I can kind of figure out if the. Let me let you back up, Robert. I'm going to paste. So let me see what this law substance. Okay, so the 23rd was see now this is the 23rd. So they don't tell. Yeah, it's just about lunch and stuff on the 23rd. So
Right, 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 right. Pull that up. Pull that up. Pull that up. Because
it's
that
on
was
there.
kind of determine if they were sequestered or not. Wait, so when was the 23rd?
That's what I was saying. So today is Monday. This is 27, 26, 25th. So that was Thursday.
Oh, shit.
The 20th. Yeah. So that's man. See, I
So
need all
they
that.
behind. They behind. So if we
Yeah,
see
that's
that
what
shit,
I'm saying.
if we see that shit for lodging and lunch or whatever over the weekend,
Weekend, right, right. Man, this is crazy, right? We are impatient, honey. We don't have time for this.
man, by the
Okay,
time we see that shit, they verdict could be in.
right. We're gonna be like, what? Oh, let me look at the one
They on the
for
23rd, so they behind.
yeah. So this one is the 22nd. So yeah. So we need. That's what I'm saying. Like if she addresses it, during the run of the court, she might not put the actual, filing in the paper ruling in until like hell next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, because she's not in a rush to really put it in pace or
Man,
whatever.
she also may have ruled on it in court in the proceedings.
That's what I
So
was saying. That's what I was saying. So I was
I
saying like I was
noticed,
put a
I
YouTube
noticed things that she have ruled in the proceedings and fucking never appeared in pace.
man. That's what I was saying. When them people be in there, like, don't just wait, and I can't we ain't paying you. I know y'all doing this from the kindness of your heart and at your own time and on your own expense or whatever. But if you can anybody can remember the next time be taking, if you can write from what the judge say as well in the morning or whatever, because if she's ruling on that shit in the court, you know what I'm saying? Then we can know, okay, she let this in or whatever she say, But I think one of them Hollywood did capture, but
Yeah.
she said the judge said that she denied, denied it all. Well, we don't know exactly what she didn't. I mean, what side was it
We'll
from
see
the
it in the
defense?
transcripts. We can see it in the
Exactly.
transcripts
And yeah,
because
in 2 weeks.
we saw some things that we saw some we saw some things that she denied, motions that she denied in the pretrial conference. that never came in the dockets, never. But it came in the
Okay,
transcripts,
right, right, okay.
in the
So I'm saying,
pretrial conference.
right. So I was like, man,
Still to
now
this day, still to this day, we haven't seen it in the dockets, but we saw it in the transcripts. That was
and
that over a month ago.
you say, okay,
You remember?
that
Remember
makes
what she said she was going to allow? You went over. Remember what she
yeah, yeah,
said she
yeah.
was going to allow and won't allow? That shit never came in the dockets.
Right, right. So, but so but I'm just saying, shit. But but by the time the transcripts are ready for the days where all that amendment to the jury, jury instructions was, going back and forth. Yeah, damn. I guess the damn verdict could be in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I believe. Hold on, this damn fool. I'm smacking like you be doing. Hold on.
Whatever.
I
Whatever.
believe before this next wave or series of transcripts
Mm,
are available, I think the verdict will be in.
yeah.
Because they've been taking like a week to fucking. Uh, it's been about a week for them to go over it and make sure everything is uh, redacted and all that shit. That's been taking like a week.
Yeah. But
By the time
they
they
are.
redact it, by the time they redact everything, fuck, I believe the verdict will be in fucking tomorrow.
Yeah, I give
Definitely,
it to Wednesday. I give it to Wednesday. But you know what? I know they probably wish that Chicago would have probably went first.
Chicago wasn't gonna go first because um, Chicago have the obstruction, which was keeping him in jail, and I mean denying his bond. Put it that way, denying his bond.
Why
So
Chicago
that's
couldn't win first?
well because I believe they planned it this way because let's say he get time served, he still have that obstruction of justice, no bond in Illinois, which will keep him in jail. If shit didn't go their way, if shit didn't go their way, and he got sentenced on enough charges, he didn't get sentenced on all the charges or found guilty on all the charges, but a select few, and it equates to time served. They still can keep him in jail because of Illinois obstruction of justice, no bond charge.
Yeah. But also when you have crimes alleged against minors, there's usually a no bond charge as well as in the
But from my understanding, it wasn't New York that denied his bond. It was Illinois, and New York was like, "There's no point of us, discussing it because you have no bond in Illinois.
no,
So what's
I
the point?"
mean, no. New York has a no bond as well. They have to.
I didn't
But
know that. I
in
didn't
the
know that.
yeah, in the paperwork also they called him Sado Mud whatever. And when we was doing that Bad Angels thing and we was doing the looking at the New York case, certain words they put in there for different reasons, right? So in order to call him a dangerous, which is another way you won't have a bond, when they put that in there, and when I looked it up, and it equates to being dangerous, too dangerous to be on the streets.
Right.
That's another reason. So I said, okay, so they had him three ways. You know what I'm saying? For him to not have a bond in these two federal cases. So, but if so, you look at how I mean, well, because now the reason I say you probably thinking that Chicago would have done better by going. first, because you when I went to look at how many places Jane Doe number 5 appears, she is what, 4 out of the 9 counts by herself, and she's also 4 acts of count 1. So I'm like,
Six, 6, 2, 5, and 6. Because I looked at, here's what I noticed was 6. Because at first, when I looked at 6 and saw how many counts she had, I'm like, what the fuck? She got all these,
6 got a lot of
only,
counts too.
huh?
Yeah, 6 has a lot of counts.
So, but here's what they did with 6. Don't you know they charged her? They gave him a count for the fucking herpes per location. Oh no, per date. I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
every
per day
time
range.
per
Yeah,
date per date. So I'm
yeah,
looking at it, I'm like, oh shit, that's a different date.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, damn, they charged them like every time. That shit was crazy.
yeah.
Per date.
Every
They have
time.
multiple dates. They got
Yeah,
multiple dates for the same charge.
and that's just to make sure they get you. They gonna, you know.
I saw that shit because I'm
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? She got all these fucking counts. And then when I looked at it, I'm like, damn, she got multiple dates for the same charge, different dates.
and they, like a lot of the correspondents or the experts, the lawyers and the prosecutors that were given weighing in on the 6 hour closing. I've always said that they're going to have to make sure that the jury understands the RICO, how it applies, and how they can find a person guilty under these elements and whatever. Now, maybe it shouldn't have taken 6 hours, but you better be careful, better be sure that you get it, you nail it. And then they had a, rebuttal. I mean, but, I'm just dealing with
Right.
6
They had
hours.
a rebuttal
Gotta
for
make
an
sure.
hour and a half, I think. Hour and a half
Right,
rebuttal.
right. You gotta make sure that those people understand, because if not, it would just look like, well, I mean, the defense could sell it off as, okay, well, they're just talking about his going after him for his lifestyle, and these are old charges, and these are groupies, and blah blah blah, and the STD, and you, especially when you look at STD under Mann Act, like what, you're gonna have to, sell it to them, present it right so that they can get it. But see, but with Chicago, it's kind of clear when you look at it. You see tapes, you see alleged minors. Okay, we can put this together. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got that, but mm I don't know.
Man,
I don't.
Shona just had a party. You see that?
Who?
Her birthday just passed. I
Oh,
think
Rashawn.
yesterday. Yeah.
How old is she
Yeah.
now?
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know. But man, it's crazy that I'm glad to see her, living her life. I saw some videos of it, and she was having a nice time, and I'm glad to see her, having a normal life outside of this shit.
I mean, one question that I wanted them to ask Judge Joe Brown was,
Joe
what
Brown.
level? Yeah, he was on Sylvia's channel, which is
Oh,
one of the
okay, I
reasons
missed
why.
it.
Yeah, which is one of the
Today?
reasons why.
You talking about
Yeah,
today? Oh, okay, I missed it.
2 days. And guess who he? Oh, you missed it. He was. Oh,
I
that
was
was
getting
one
drunk.
of the reasons why I went live. Guess who
Getting drunk.
hit the link?
Who?
DJ Tyson. Trying to make like he was intelligent. I was like, oh yeah, boy, it was real good. My mouth was open. You hear me?
So
I
did he
couldn't even breathe.
respond? Because I remember last time he was on there, and they was asking him a bunch of R. Kelly questions. He was like kind of avoiding it. So did he respond to these questions,
But
or did they
here's the
ask?
thing. Here's the thing. Looks like he would have been willing to answer the R. Kelly questions, but it kind of went in a different direction, went in a good direction as well. But looks like he was in the mood to answer some of the questions. But they went in a different direction, and DJ was rude. You know what I'm saying? Um, he just really wanted some camera time or something. But when I tell you, I want to know as far as the level of intent, and I guess I could probably go back and look at the elements to see, what type of intent does the element require. But I want to know, can shit, I guess I could look at that jury instruction as well and figure it out myself. But I want to know, can just like a low level of like unintentional, could that be enough to still convict someone? Because a lot of the elements saying that knowingly and willingly did this, that, and the third, right?
Right.
We just want to know if, like, unintentional means that, okay, like just say in a case of somebody dying, this person did die, but I didn't mean to do it. Is that enough to secure a conviction or whatever? Because if I'm not mistaken, they did say that, I think the prosecutor did go over intent. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, I think somebody said that in her closing.
On what charge
So,
you
but
talking about? What count?
um, any of them.
Well, it can't be any
Wait,
because
wait a minute, wait a minute. No, no, no. I'm trying. Okay, knowingly, and because one of them say willful, then you have knowingly.
I remember something
Okay, go ahead.
similar to the bribery. I remember something similar to the bribery where they were saying that he didn't know, but the
Yeah,
prosecutor said that he did know because he was in a car
right.
when they went to go
So
get it
is
done.
right. So is unintentional good enough? I mean, and I don't know
And
how.
I did not know that he was denying. He denied having sex with Geronda. I did
Did he?
not know that. The court, yeah, and closing, closing say that never happened. Pretty much said she lied.
Huh?
Yes. Well, Rashawn,
For
well, not
real?
Rashana. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I say Rashana?
Geronda.
Gerard.
Did you say
Okay.
Geronda?
Gerard.
Oh, for real?
Geronda. Geronda. Connick said he denied ever having sex with her. Like it
For
never happened.
real?
Yep.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Or did I
Yeah.
read that title? Because I be reading so much. He said that? Oh wow.
Well, that's why I read. These transcripts is different. That's why I read in the goddamn fucking Twitter shit. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. So
Yeah. Karen, yeah, that was a good breakdown of the man. Oh, I know who else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I did say the YouTube, and then I saw a video by old Dr. Rice, Dr. Church Shoes. Lord have mercy, Jesus. You know what? I mean, not that I was kind of surprised at what he said in his video, but when I was directed at him kept commenting at with Greenberg or whatever, this, that, and the third. I have no idea how is it that someone, and I'm not saying that attorneys know everything, this, that, and the third about the law, but just be sure that they know more than you do. Okay, just be sure that.
exactly.
Okay, not everything, but they know more than you do. And so I would see him say things to Greenberg. I was like, oh, okay. Regardless of whether you think Greenberg is trash or whatever, just know he knows more than you. That's all we need to know.
You know
Okay.
what? I believe, my opinion,
Uh,
that I believe that Greenberg and Leonard would have did better with Kannick
you
than
think so?
Kannick and Becker and Farinella. Maybe
Could
more. Huh?
Could be the only one, just one difference I saw where when Greenberg did the motion to dismiss, it's for I think I forgot, was it a count of the RICO or something like that. They did that, and then I believe Farinella and Nikki was trying to dismiss like
Dismantle.
that. Yeah, the act. You know what I'm saying? Which would kind of dismantle it, and therefore, you know,
What was
control
that
the
her? Was
structure.
that
You
her
know,
or was that Canic? Was that her or was it Canic?
so it was Farinella and Nikki, but it had to go
I'm
through him
just,
though. It had to
I'm
go through
just,
him.
I'm just saying, was that Canic doing? Even though their name was on it, but was that more so Canic? Like, look, that's what y'all need to do. I believe,
If they name on it, they did it. But
I
he had to
believe
look
if
at
Canic would have came in a lot months earlier, he would have been way more effective. Way more
them.
effective.
You don't need that much time. But um,
Well, and I, the his defense when they did the defense, it showed that, in my opinion, that he needed more time.
now you got to craft a defense. It don't take that much time. I figured out what the defense was gonna be.
No, 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 no,
Just
no. I'm talking about when they brought their witnesses on and things to that nature. The people
for
that they brought
example,
on, I think they would have had a better selection. They would have had a better selection because you got to remember that Nicole, she just came on too months before. You know, you had Farinella that was on, but shit, he was just damn near in the background. So if
but
you had the
there has been an investigation work going on for a minute, and so what they needed. I mean, this
the
is my
people that
opinion.
they the people that they brought on the stand, I'm like, I didn't understand why. Like to me, they could have left all them motherfuckers at home.
Well, they needed someone that was in, was around as far as insecure. I can understand that. They needed some people that worked for them to, to
For
kind of
what?
negate you're negating stuff at this point, right?
They
And
didn't
what
negate shit.
one thing they missed, and I said, a long time ago, you're gonna need some girlfriends that say they give a positive experience. You
They
was gonna
couldn't
need
bring no girlfriends because school wasn't out yet.
Oh boy, hush. And then you needed some people with positive business, that did business with them, whether, as a what you call them people, what he do, like write songs for people and stuff like that. So he had one of those or whatever. So yeah, they needed some more people, but I
But
think
to me, that wasn't applicable to his case. Everybody they brought up aspiring artist, rapper that Tom talking about. I want to play my goddamn demo tape. That shit
no, he
didn't
didn't
help.
have no,
Huh?
those people were applicable to this. I just told you, you have to negate
Okay,
what he said.
and then you had the fucking police, crooked ass police officer who got found, who pleaded guilty to fucking forgery, and then was saying he did try to negate the fact that he never seen R. Kelly around any young girls. But during the
Right,
cross, they asked him, was you around with Aaliyah and her posse? And he said yes. Those young girls. So it's
right.
like, let's just cancel that shit out. We'll just cancel what the fuck you came up here for.
But I mean, but did they get specific and say, well, did he see him in any type
But
of improper
he
relationship?
said that he haven't saw him with any young girls. Any. Not it wasn't really about the improper and all that shit. Improper wouldn't even apply if he haven't saw them with any. His, you
Right,
know,
right. Well,
but
you had to think of. Well, I don't know how it was worded because the being around, and here's the thing, you got to be careful because you do want to say show that RSK was around young people, right? You want to say, you want to have a witness that can say he was around young people, and you also want that same witness to say that they didn't see any improper behavior.
Well, I don't
That's
think they can.
real good. That would
I
be
don't
real
think
good.
they can bring a witness up because I looked at the twins. One of they had respond on Twitter or IG or some shit. I don't know what it was. I saw they reply on, and they said that they tried. They respond. They comment was they tried, but Kanik told had let them know that they wasn't gonna. He wasn't gonna bring them on the stand. Kanik.
Okay. Well, what one of them said, she got that issue. That's back in
And
2008.
I'm sure why, I'm pretty sure I understand why he didn't bring him on the stand because
Yeah.
that cross would have opened up the doors to 2008.
Right,
That's the
right.
last thing he
They
wanted to do.
that goddamn
The last thing he
the
wanted to do.
prosecutor would be like cotton candy, sweet and go, hey, they've been hitting it. They're like,
Leave that door
yeah,
open.
yes. That door would have been open and they'd
They would
get
have
right
been like,
on
Cali, like the judge say, that door open. The Cali be like, I leave the door open. Then
in. Okay.
motherfucking,
That door
motherfucking
open,
Farinella and Nikki in the background. I will leave the door
baby.
open.
Okay.
They
Then
open that
that's
motherfucking door.
it. Like, yeah, that'd have been a bad move, but you know, so it's like he needed some people to come up there and say, but if he would have had some, and I just can't believe they couldn't find nobody that could have
Well,
testified to say that
I'm
this
pretty sure they
particular
had a
event didn't
bunch of
happen.
people. I'm pretty sure they had a bunch of people to come up on the stand. The problem is, you can't bring them up because they would did more damage than good. They
No,
would
they
did more.
probably like I was trying to tell people, witnesses aren't. It's not as easy as what people think, especially when you got one testifying to someone's character. It's not. It's just not what you get. You don't get up there and say, "Yeah,
I
this is the
agree.
best place in the world," and
I
all of that.
agree with that. I
But
agree with that.
they
I
needed
agree with that.
somebody. They needed people that to say that, like when and like to speak to
And,
a
and they have
specific
plenty of
event.
people. They have plenty of people to say
Can I
that.
finish what I'm saying? No,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna finish
Go
what
ahead.
I'm saying.
Go
Just
ahead.
like when at a specific event, when one of them girls said that they got beat, they needed somebody that was there to say she did not get beat. I was there on that day. When you don't have those people that
Don't.
to knock down those events, your stuff, your witness list starts shrinking because it's
I'm
not
so
relevant.
glad.
It's not
I'm. s-
relevant.
I am so glad that Joy didn't get on that stand. In a
Mm.
way, I wanted her. In a way, it was like this is a fucking. It's like I wanted her to get on the stand because I knew she would have did so much damage to R. Kelly, but at the same time, I didn't because I didn't want her to go to jail for perjury.
But she would probably have. Now I don't know because and I'm pretty sure they could have deposed. I don't know, what
Yeah.
talking to they did, that Candy did or whoever the team was that they have spoken to or whatever. But she was around when a good little bit for who for
Here's the problem.
number five.
Yeah, here's the problem with
And
her.
she
Here's the
could have
problem with.
said, wait a minute, she
Go ahead.
could have said, Joy could have testified and said that what AZ was saying wasn't correct, wasn't correct. Now there's somebody that's actually was there that's saying that didn't happen, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, this didn't happen. And she could have said, no, she wrote them letters on her own free will. And they can
Well,
wait a minute, kind of
I,
some kind of way
go
could kind of brought up, not I'm not saying that Ass has a attitude or whatever, but she's more outspoken or whatever. She could even use that against her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ways
Nope,
that could,
I don't
you
think
know.
so. Here's why not. Here's why not. I think she would have did more confirming if anything, because supposedly she got some goddamn fake ladders in that motherfucker too, and with the herpes shit, her parents have her doctor's record that she has herpes as well. Records. So she would have did more confirming than anything.
But wait a minute, that's not how questioning go. If the defense wouldn't have brought that up, the prosecutors can't bring that up.
So what? Okay. So what the hell? What the defense have brought up? Let's go one by one because you said a
I just
lot.
told, no,
Let's
we
go
ain't gonna
one
go
by
one
one.
by one because I just went over it. I told you that if she would have got up there, they could have, because it's already been okay. Anne says, shit, I don't want Jane Doe number 5 have already said what has happened to her, right? She's already
Right.
said that. So she can come up there and kind of say, well, that didn't happen, this didn't happen, to kind of contradict what Jane Doe number 5 had said.
When
So
you
she
say
can
what
go
didn't
there
happen, you got to be
like a
specific.
beating, or whatever she as said happened to her.
Okay. But
She
here's the
could
thing. Here's the thing. So Ash said that R. Kelly had them rehearsing what to say on the Gayle King show. And it's
mm-hmm.
on video. And it's on video. Her enjoy. So she can't say that because they got the goddamn video.
Right, but that's one thing. But I'm not saying everything, knocking down everything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like certain things. I mean, he would know what he could um contradict, especially something that there's no direct evidence of. You know what I'm saying? She could provide direct evidence that it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things. So but they probably didn't want to
Yeah, they couldn't bring her
risk
ass
that
up there.
because you know what I'm talking about. You don't
They
know what
couldn't bring
really
her.
got to her.
I'm glad that shit didn't happen. I mean, in a way, it's like I know her coming up there would have fucking destroyed R. Kelly, but I don't want to see her perjure herself. They couldn't bring her ass up there. No way. Now the
But
prosecutors they could have. Prosecutors could have. That's a
the
different story.
prosecutors, yeah, the prosecutors. I wonder why they didn't have make her come up there.
Probably because of the parents. They probably have a
Probably,
fucking
you know what?
rapport.
Probably, well, it could be a good thing. Not a good thing. Probably because they would. She wouldn't have said that anything happened.
See, but they got direct evidence that will be contrary to what she said. I believe
That's
they
just
had a rapport.
one thing though.
There's
That's
more.
that's just
Okay,
one thing.
a
Yeah.
the herpes, the herpes. She's on video saying that she have a phone call
Right.
saying that she gonna hope that her parents don't get mad if she get herpes. Once they found out she get herpes, parents found out she got herpes because they got the fucking records. So that's one thing. And then you got another video of Ash saying, Joy, you slept with me when I was a minor. You slept with me when I was a minor. That's another thing that she had to answer to. Uh, and then she got these fake ass letters as well. So another thing she got to answer to.
Find the letters.
All the letters is in the fucking, yeah, it's in the fucking storage. That's
No, no,
crazy.
no.
Like,
But is it in evidence? Is it in evidence?
they submitted a lot
That's
of shit in evidence. They submitted a
right.
lot of
And
shit in evidence.
I mean, they have
That's
to
so
have that.
crazy because I was wondering, like, how the fuck did they get these damn letters? How? What the fuck these letters? Like they legit had these goddamn letters, the actual letter, and had them reading that shit. And I always wondered, like, God damn, where they get this shit from?
I thought they said he turned it into his lawyer,
Attorneys?
and
Okay, that makes
yeah,
sense.
they
That
probably
makes sense.
got it from there. But yeah,
Yeah, they had the actual letter and had them reading that shit. I'm like, these motherfuckers got everything.
hmm that subpoena come on in there, on your ass and be like, hey, we need that. So
Text messages and shit.
it's
And I was reading the
wow.
transcripts, right? I was reading the transcripts of evidence that they was had them reading or confirming, and then asked the question, "Did you turn this evidence over?" And they were like, "Hell no, I didn't." But they had that
Boy,
motherfucker.
Right.
They
Oh,
like,
that's
nope.
crazy.
But they had that shit, so I'm like, God damn, they got every fucking thing.
Chain of custody. Somebody had to get up there and talk about chain of, cause somebody had to be a chain of custody witness for some of this. Didn't they say agent got up on there?
Yeah, he was on there for a
Yeah,
minute.
so he probably was chain of custody. Yeah, so it's. I mean, man, look at it. It's crazy. I don't know. I mean,
Are you right?
you
You
know, would have
right.
been good, huh?
You right. I'm looking at Kayla Doss. You know, they had the in, intervention, and they was asking her, did she have sex with, was it Jews? I forgot who they named. That's on video too. And she was like, yeah. She was like, R. Kelly made you have sex with her? She's like, no, I did. So yeah, I forgot about that shit too. So yeah, she couldn't have got on that motherfucker stand.
No, but she in the video she clearly said that R. Kelly didn't make her do none of that.
But she was,
So that wouldn't have helped. That wouldn't have helped. Help the prosecutor.
but she one she underage. That person
No.
she had sex with. Oh, okay.
The person she had sex
She
with, I
said
don't know.
yes
'Cause
and
remember
no.
she said.
She said
Remember
yes and no though. She said yes and no.
she didn't say R. Kelly made her do anything. And she remember she changed the name of the person.
Right.
Yeah, he said, but that
What
is
what your what your percentage at now?
with the club. I had when I took it back to. Then I take it back to 101. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Were
Yeah,
you at
I took it back.
111?
Huh?
You was at 111. You took it back to 101.
No, I had it. No, I was at 113. I took it back to 101. Yeah, I took it back to 101.
That's
So, and I didn't
crazy.
want to go over 115. But see, a lot, a lot of evidence you think would help just because okay, you think it's gonna lead to whatever. It all depends on what that person says and would they make it um relevant. So, and I believe they could have made that video relevant, some of those videos relevant, but is she going to sit up there and say, because you have seen where people, when somebody said it wasn't them in the, no, it wasn't them. They didn't do that. I thought somebody said it.
How,
Somebody,
how, how you feel about Jane Doe 20 not testifying? Do you think that worked in his favor?
what
Want
she
to
was
have the
going to
nervous
testify
breakdown?
to?
Want to have the nervous breakdown about the video
Right.
tape of her getting her ass whooped?
Well, the video still made it. So if she would have testified, it would have, it'd have been, it would have helped the prosecution, but they still got the video in. So, you know what
Wait,
I'm saying?
she would. So do you think that kind of helped R. Kelly then? Since you saying it would have helped the prosecutor, so by her not testifying,
No, no, no. I'm saying it would have helped the prosecutors more by her testifying, but that video getting in helped the prosecutors still.
how
That
did they
still
get
helped
that
them.
in like without her?
Well, it's called extrinsic evidence, and it's three R's. It's relevant, it's reliable, and it's relatable. So they can come in. Yeah, they didn't need her. That I mean, they asked and they let it in because the prosecutors, if I'm not mistaken, the argument the prosecutors was making because it was showing the pattern.
And then you had the. This is what I didn't understand. So you had supposedly, uh, they kept talking about this girl, Kiana, whoever the hell her name was, start with a K, Jaronda friend, that was supposed to come up on the defense behalf to testify that Jaronda had a fake ID. Why the hell she didn't come up?
Now, so they say she didn't testify. Is that right?
She didn't. No females testified. No females testified.
Man, he needed a girlfriend that had a good a good experience with him on that stand. And I had
But
said that a
I
while
would
ago.
imagine she's alleging that she had a fake ID to get in his house, like she should have been one of the first motherfuckers to testify.
Yeah, they was just showing. See, that was going to speak to that mistake of fact defense. That
But
was
she did,
also,
but she didn't though.
I know, but I'm just saying, but that's what they needed it for her to do that. I don't know why they said she couldn't come.
I don't know. Only reason I heard was with the twins talk about why they didn't come, and they were just saying that Kanik said that they decided not to go with them. Everybody else, I have no idea why, but then they just mentioned that on their social media that Kanik decided not to go with them. They was like, we tried y'all, but Kanik decided not to go with us. They was actually in New York and everything.
Kayla, how do they authenticate that video without her testimony? They either it was either done through chain of custody, meaning whoever turned it in.
Well, R. Kelly was on that motherfucker, so
No, whoever turned it
oh,
in, because they have to do the chain of custody. So however they recoup that video, it has to be some type of chain of custody with regards to how they got it, and then and it could also be that she already gave a prior statement that said that this is her in the video, this, that, and the third. So I don't know.
but to my understanding, she had gave a prior statement, and then
Okay.
they found that video after she talked to the prosecutors, and when they brought her in, that was her first time looking at that video because they
Right.
had gotten it from the storage, and they had talked to her to give her testimony prior than them, getting that shit out the storage. And then when she saw it for the first time, she she broke down. I would have gave her Xanax and told her to get on that stand. Me personally,
I mean, she was.
I think if she would have broke down on that stand and have a nervous breakdown on that stand, that would have moved the jury to see that.
Or also, Caleb, they could have used it, and not as far as the authentication, but just to show his patterns of behavior. Because now that I think about it, they used the audio from it, right? Not the visual, right?
Well, they said that if they wanted to, they said the video was disturbing. So if they wanted to just list, they gave them the option. If they want to just listen to the audio, it's fine.
All right, so they was using that for just to show a pattern of behavior. It's not
But it was
really.
a portion. It was a portion of the video where they wasn't visible. However, you could still hear her, I guess, getting
Right,
physical assaulted in the
right. So
background,
it's just a
even though they
pattern
was
of
out of frame.
behavior.
Even though
Just
they
a
was out of
pattern of
frame.
behavior. You don't need to identify who's in the, you know, just
Right, because she was also, yeah,
identify that it's him.
you're right, because she was an uncharged act at that.
Yeah, it was uncharged as well. So just that you heard, he is in that video. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it could be a whole bunch uh
And
of
then they
reasons.
said that he didn't even put the headphones on
Oh, he
when they
did.
played that video. Nope, they didn't even put it on. Said, fuck that shit. I ain't listen to that.
Mm-hmm. This is crazy. I just want to know
So
how they gonna fare. I mean that Sonya, they must be really needed her, the lady who had the phone, and they the one that testimony they asked, they must be really needed her to
well,
make
they had somebody that I guess they called it stipulations or something. So they had somebody that they were going to bring up, and they didn't. And they said, well, this person is going to testify to this, and that person is going to testify to that. And they agree. I guess kind of agreed, like, okay, well, shit, you don't have to bring them up. just gonna take, the grand jury statement or something. So not only did they ask for Sonia's transcript, they asked for those other two people as well that never came up
Oh wow.
in the layout.
Yeah, but
In the
that
layout.
must be needed. Her, I wonder what's the dates on her because that's just so flimsy. That Sonya girl, I'm like, girl, what? You grown, you got a phone, and somebody asks you about a condom, and you say no, thank you, but you can still go in a room and wait for somebody for 3 days, eat some old ass Chinese food and a soda. Like, huh? That sounds like a piece from a movie. No wonder they need your damn transcript. Yo,
That indicates that they, to me, that indicates to me that the jury is being, I guess, fair, and they probably see like, okay, we need to look into this more based on
yeah,
what happened. But I think what saved her is she didn't get an interview. She came there for an interview,
uh,
and the interview never happened.
well, yeah, but then you can also challenge. Did she actually come there for an interview?
Well, she said her boss said that she was aware that she was supposed to come there for an interview.
She said her
Right.
boss said that.
Her boss was aware that she was coming there for an interview.
Yeah, she said it though.
So I don't know if her boss was they supposed to bring in, but they supposed to bring in two people that they didn't bring in, a guy and a girl, I believe,
Mm.
uh, and they didn't. um, I guess it was like one of the stipulations, and they was like, "Well, when we bring this person in, they're gonna testify to this, that, and third." And Cannon was like, "Well, okay, well, no, we'll just go with the grand jury testimony."
What
And
day
that
did
was
they
like,
put that in? Was that on the Sonya day,
yeah, I
or
believe
did it
so.
go in later?
I think it was right
Oh, the
after her
boss
testimony.
died. Okay, okay.
I think it was right after her testimony.
Yeah, Miss April. I think they did say that Aaliyah was never pregnant. I did hear them say that, but that wouldn't have really mattered anyway. But how they to see how they went to the sign was she did she testify? It was after Geronda.
Yeah, definitely.
Was it after after Jada number 5 as well?
I had to go back and look at her date.
It just tells me that to me now somebody on court TV said that they think that they started with those two, the ones that they're asking for first, and then it's gonna get to the rest of them later. I think it's absolutely backwards. I think they done already decided who the ones that everybody's in agreement with. The problems they having is with Sonya and Jane Doe number 5. I think it's absolutely
You think they
backwards.
having problems with J Doe number 5?
Yes,
It was the brother. It was her brother that they asked for. The letter with the
the
brother,
letter,
but that letter was fake.
right? So why would they even need it if they were so on? If they were so on the see, you don't listen to the live, so we went over that. I
Oh yeah, I didn't hear it.
yeah,
I need
I
to get off
think they.
this. I need to get off here because shit, man, this alcohol is kicking in, and I am struggling.
Oh Lord, well yeah, yeah, because I would see why they would need. You would think, okay, Sonya would be one that they would question, and right along in that would be Jane Doe number 5 and somebody else, somebody else they needed a letter from, needed something from.
It was the full transcript of Sonya. It
Hmm.
was the stipulations between the two people I told you about.
Yeah.
That I guess they was going to pretty much those people they were going to call in to corroborate Sonya's story, and they choose not to, and they said that they would just go with her grand jury testimony, and then it was A's brother, the letter for her brother. That was it.
Yeah. Hey, Mocha. Yeah, and that was the letter where she was saying that the brother, I mean, that he was a nice person and this, that, and the third. Yeah, I was like,
I think that letter was with her and talking about her parents. With the one with her brother, it was mainly talking about her parents. So I don't know how that would be applicable anyway, because the judge already said that she's going to instruct the jury that the parents can't give consent.
right, right. But you have the idea that the the that like you know what I'm saying, like she was. I don't want to say this because I don't want no shit, but
Mm-mm. You want
like
some
she
shit? Let's
was.
get to shit. It's all about
No,
the
no,
shit.
I don't want
Hey,
nobody to come to fuck with me about something I don't say. But I'm just
we
saying,
want all the shit. Come on.
like I think that they were saying like she wasn't being genuine. That she wasn't. She's not seen as being a genuine. She wasn't. She was up on some shady shit, and you got all that talk and all that stuff. And I think even though a lot of that stuff was supposed to be contained in those letters that supposed to have been written at his direction and worded by him or whatever. I think when you look at the whole entire picture, you look at the parents' part, not that they're giving consent, but just the
But
parents' part.
I I think that's normally how it go, Angie. Just to kind of agree with what you were saying, is they focus on what they agree with first,
Right.
and then what's problematic or what they don't agree with, they talk about that.
Right. So with that being said, you probably already got your two convictions.
I'm pretty sure Jane Doe number one was like that was easy. Like, yep,
Yeah.
got that. I can't remember
Right.
the fucking pseudonym for Jane Doe number two. I mean, I'm sorry, Jane Doe number one was easy as fuck with the Leah situation. Jane Doe number two, I cannot think what pseudonym she was. I don't know the chat no. And then I believe that fucking Faith is fucking easy too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she got all the
And
herpes. I think
so
that's
that's what I'm saying. So I think you got they have their two, at least their two convictions. You know what I'm saying? I think they have that. I think.
yeah. I think when it come down to the Leah and the herpes situation, they got that. I would say the Mann Act too. Racketeering, the racketeering. Well, the Mann Act was fucking Sonya, right? So maybe not, but she's part of the
And
Mann Act.
the manic was all through there. But
For
then it
Sonya,
could be okay. I don't want to run nobody pressure up, but then it could be the not guilty for all the other ones, and maybe they were looking for the two that they can get guilties on, and they having problems with Sonya and Jane Doe
yeah,
number five.
that could be.
Maybe
But
throw the
but
two up.
just thinking about
Oh
that,
shit.
I don't see a not guilty with fucking Jane Doe number one. Don't see that. I think that was fucking nailed to proven. Uh Man, I think they did a good
But
job with that.
remember, the elements and the jury charge and all of the back and forth as the wording and whatever. Now there was a reason why
I,
that the prosecutor
to
was
better
trying to
answer
get
that
that
question,
extra length.
I need the instructions that she gave them. I'll be glad when we get them transcripts because I need them instructions.
The instructions is the jury instructions. You already got it.
Oh, oh, that's what she said. I thought it was amended. She said that shit. They said that shit was long as hell.
Yeah, that's the jury instruction. That jury instruction, 89 pages, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it
Yeah,
could be totally.
I had somebody that was in court when she was doing it, and he was saying that he damn near went to sleep on that shit. Jury instruction.
All right, Miss April. So yeah, so you know what? That'd be some. Now that would be crazy as hell. That they have a not guilty for the all the other counts except they deciding with those two, and knowing that they need two convictions in order to make that RICO
It would be
apply.
crazy as hell.
Mm. Yeah, I know
But
all y'all been on had a stroke.
I'm about to get up off of here because I am seriously struggling. You may not be able to tell, but I am. And
All right, sir.
a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
drink.
All
All right.
right. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me see if I can get some questions or statements or something before I shut it on down. Yes, it's living this weekend. It was on Monday. Uh, even the countdown delivering clock and question has stopped at however many hours the delivery on Friday. I read. You ready? They were sequestered as well. Okay. Does it make sense? Who working their favor? Okay. Yep, we see you. Yep, yep. And you booted my. I ain't boot him out. He booted his own ass out. I got fired up. I thought about a verdict on Monday. Oh, that is child. Don't listen. That thing say verdict Monday. Oh, I'm trying to. I'm gonna have an upset stomach. I'm telling you, that would be crazy. Um, it just would make what it do. Dynamite can say they were going home with their family. Did Candace say he was going home, or I mean, B and C said they were sequestered, so I'm gonna go with it. Yeah. Now, can't do you know for sure? Because you also the one that said that Faith had the herpes in 2010. You know that information don't be right. It just don't make sense for them to be partially sequestered through the trial, but get a weekend. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I do not know. Ooh, child, that verdict come in, baby. No verdict will be reached by tomorrow. LOL. Mm. Oh no. You don't think I'm gonna see now you're gonna make me go have to look and find if they sequestered or not. Like why wouldn't they be sequestered over like why would go through the whole situation of partially sequestering them and then you get start deliberations on Friday and run the risk of these crazy people following the damn people home and all that crazy stuff. I don't know about all that. Well, okay, maybe they okay. I can see because she would have to give them the the spill, don't talk about the case, don't do this, that, and the third, or whatever. And if she trusted them not to do so, being partially sequestered, then why wouldn't she trust them over the weekend? I don't know about that though. I don't know. Well, any other weekend I could see them not being sequestered, but on a deliberation weekend, it's a little different. I don't know. I don't know. I go along with what y'all say. Think I don't know, but B and C said that they were sequestered. Now they said it. She gave them that speech. Okay. Yeah. You know we gets it right over here. You know we gets it right. But y'all, it has okay. Stayed on Friday interview with the jurors were dismissed by the judges. Oh, he said that the jurors was missed by the judge and sent home. Okay, so I should be able to catch that. I should be able to catch that. But y'all, listen. I hope everybody. I just information and getting it right and stuff is so important to me. I keep telling you. I mean, I use this like as an outlet because when you have a lot of demand, you're in an aggressive field of work or demanding, have demanding jobs, as I know a lot of y'all do or whatever. YouTube can be an outlet and whatever. So, I cut the fool and this, that, and third. But, I do act professional in professional settings, but I still would check a bitch, even in a professional setting. But anyway, but what I'm saying is, information is so important or what have you. And even though if you don't like somebody or whatever, you don't lie on them and slander them and this, that, and the third, whatever. You just don't like them. Just say you don't like them and state the reasons why. You don't have to, do this and that. Just like, I don't. DJ is an ungrateful little snotty shit, right? But I went ahead and verified that number that they were trying to say belonged to DJ Tyson did not belong to DJ Tyson and to no one with regards to DJ Tyson, whatever. Then that's just how I am. But to sit up there and with his transcripts thing, saying that the people have illegal transcripts and that they selling them and they're gonna get in trouble and just because you people have issues with it, that is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Byron was speaking about the media and he was speaking with regards to him not getting the same updates or whatever, or somebody was being selective with the updates and the stuff he received as especially with regards to the transcripts and what have you. And I believe that the media were getting them for free or what have you. That don't have nothing to do with the transcripts that these people receive an invoice from the court reporter. If the court and there are different court reporters that have been doing them each week. All the court reporters don't have some kind of goddamn illegal transcript ring going on and shit to make a little money on the side to get no goddamn transcript. These people have invoices. People on both sides have invoices. Different people. It sounds dumb. Just because you don't like somebody, whatever, you don't have to put all that old crazy shit out there on people. And you know how a lot of people around here, they don't check the facts or even invoke a bit of common sense or logic and shit. And people will, won't donate or whatever to, to set off the cost of these goddamn pricely, as transcripts. Ain't no transcript cost no $40 or whatever. They a certain um dollar amount per page. So it's like damn. You know what I'm saying? Like the man ain't say none of that shit. And if you want to know, and the people that and you know, and it kills me. It's always the the big R. Kelly supporter people always trying to fuck over another R. Kelly supporter. And if you want this man to have a fair trial, you want what is being said in court transparent, and all you want him to be treated fairly all around the board, then why try to fuck somebody? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of jealousy and shit. I'm telling you, these YouTube channels are gonna get somebody ass beat. I see it coming. I see it in your future. I see it. You know, I seen it on Lifetime. Here it is. Megan goes live. Megan has been on live for 1 hour and 30 minutes, giving information the best way she knows how. Megan ends her live. Next, Ralph goes live. Ralph goes live and talks about Megan, saying she's a liar, she's a hairy fool who sells transcripts on the side. He does that in 35 minutes and get off live. What Harry didn't know, that Megan's husband worked next door to Harry at his real job. Megan's husband, whose name is William, goes and knocks on the door where Harry works. William asks for Harry. Harry comes to the door. William said, Harry, I'm Megan's husband. You went online and said my wife sells transcripts on the side. You said she's hairy. You say she doesn't wash her ass. And she lies all the time. Harry said, look, man, I don't want to hear that shit. She ain't nothing but a bitch. She's a cat head bitch. William says, is that how you feel? Harry says yes. William pulled back his right arm and hit Harry straight in the face. Harry falls back and somebody behind him catches him. Harry's out. And then William walks up to him and kicks him in the back of the knee and called him a punk ass, cat head ass bitch. And run out and gets in the car. Someone calls 911 and now William is now wanted for a crime. And that's all I got for y'all. Shit, wait a minute. Y'all, I'm so damn stupid. Hey, but anyway, y'all. Let's see. Let's see who came up. Miss April came up. Robert came up. Well, somebody else came up, right? Shit. Robert, Miss April. That's it, I believe. Well, anyway, thanks to them and shout out to the host, the hostess, and the guests, and everybody else. To the next time, Peace out. I'll catch y'all. We'll be on verdict watch. Bye.